I can like. Oh wait, I'm live now. No one said anything bad. Okay, it worked.
Oh shit! I was brought here under false pretenses.
Oh damn! Now what do I say?
I actually am having dinner, so I'll be back. Peace.
Bad testy. God,
Oh,
that's
wait,
a
why
good.
is it
That's a nice
reloading
mower. That's a nice mower.
Wait, why? Oh, wait, why am I hearing echoes? Oh, this is so scuffed. Okay, I'm gonna hit everyone with the intro real quick where I figure stuff out. welcome. After some technical difficulties, we are back. We're talking about the Asmongold situation. For those of you who don't know, he said some untoward, perhaps, comments about all those migrants from Morocco or wherever the fuck invading Spain, for lack of a better word. And then he got banned off Twitch. And then he came back on YouTube recently and then kind of justified his comments. I'm not sure. We're gonna find out today. If you want to join and react along to us, you can click the link that's pinned at the top of the chat. It's also in the description. If you think about it, good to see you, Rage Page. Good to see you, Voltaire, whose back did get literally blown out. We are sorry to hear that, Voltaire. And good to see you, Big Soda. And good to see you, Kokomo, StreamYard is Mug, and Confluence. See, I already have them on the panel because, you know, they were helping me work stuff out. Good to see you, Ag. And I muted both of them because I didn't know if they knew that we're doing the intro. Welcome, Chatter King. How are you guys doing today? This is the first time we've chatted all day. How you guys doing?
Long time no see.
Yeah, long time no see. Are any of you familiar with this Asmongold situation? That's what I want to know.
Who?
Asmongold? Biggest Twitch political streamer? Way bigger than Hassan?
Talking about the guy that lets cockroaches live in his house.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Himself.
It's quite conservative of him.
So we're gonna get the initial stuff from the leftist king himself, who I can't stand, but you know, sometimes he does a good job of covering the news. Voltaire, no, I'm just kidding, but Voltaire is here, but we will be getting the initial thing, just because he has it all clipped, and I don't know if the original stuff's deleted. From Philip DeFranco. Look, oh God, just seeing him makes me angry. I can't stand Philip DeFranco. Good to see you, Voltaire. How's the back doing?
Not great.
Not great.
You sound like you're in pain.
Yeah, I get the spasm every once in a while and fucking pisses me
and
off.
Even Voltaire still makes it to panel. That's the kind of dedication we like. Voltaire dragged himself to his nearest computer and hopped.
No, I'm on my phone.
Oh, okay. So
at least I'm not laying in bed. I'm not laying down anymore. I had to walk around because the fucking laying down was hurting more.
Well, you should probably go to a doctor at some point, Voltaire. You're in Canada, so it's free if you think about it.
Yeah,
I might just take the next 3 days.
Yeah, they might take like a few weeks to see you, but you know, and especially if you need anything done, then good luck. But at least you can see one for free.
Another half an hour, and I'll start on the whiskey, and hopefully that works.
That always helps.
Yeah, 60. Okay, this is something I didn't know though, and this was mentioned in Philip DeFranco video. He said. So when I heard this, I assumed like Spain proper, but then I think Philip DeFranco, and maybe I just didn't read. I just saw the headlines, to be honest, about like the Moroccan situation. They're saying it was like a part of Morocco that Spain owns. So were they not like going into
Moroccan land?
Like I'm sure it was Moroccan. Like let me pull up a map of this situation. Wait, I better be able to find Morocco on them. There we go. Okay. There we go. So, okay, so let me share this. Wait, let me make sure it's not going to dox me. Okay. So, this is Morocco, right? With all these like little squiggly lines all over the place, you know? That's Morocco, right? And this is Spain up here. Did they actually like cross this area? Because the way like Phil was making it seem like there's some territory around something here before we get to Gibraltar that Morocco, unless I misunderstood him, but he seemed to say that they just like crossed some point. It's part of this spot. Oh, maybe this here. Probably this here. Ceuta with this little line. Did they just go here? Because that's different than I thought they like went across the Strait of Gibraltar and were like up in this business. You know what I mean? I mean, it's still bad. It's still like not their border, but it's a difference if they're all just like running here or if they're actually like invading across the strait.
Look at all those squiggly lines.
The Rage is saying they swam it. Okay, so maybe that's the thing.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's got to be a few.
How far is
100 miles?
Get a distance.
Yeah, let's say you were going from Tarifa. Wait, let me share a different. I don't know if I if I put like directions, if it's gonna like Google's gonna like spin to like my house or something.
Like
You wanna
zooms
go to
in.
Tarifa? Oh, no.
No. You
Like,
should just
Constable,
grok
you
it.
lied. You
Fucking
still live with
grok
the
it.
Taiwanese.
Apparently they swam to where you said that's at Sirte or whatever it is. That's where they've actually ended up. Was there, not the strait itself.
Not the
Okay.
strait itself.
That
Okay.
makes sense.
Yeah. So there's no swim option on Google Maps, but there is a walk option.
Yeah,
And if
they're
you
not-
walked across the strait, it would be like 8 hours. That would be a long swim. I don't
Holy
think
60
fuck.
kilometer swim.
Hopefully they had the wind on their ass.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. What's the top right video, Confluence? It's crazy. What you been looking up?
Teens Beach Day 13. Yeah, this is body cam footage. This is body cam footage. It's not my fault. Okay. This is my alt account.
Category woman caught in middle of active shooting describes crazy.
Yeah, I
Confluence.
don't know why all of these are like body cam.
Been watching a
related.
lot of Abad El Sarah.
Dope smoking pedophile preacher. What is my thing turned into? Jubilee? 'Cause this is the account I exclusively.
What have you
use
been
when I'm
watching?
Streaming. I don't know. Everything on stream. I only use this for streaming.
I don't restrict anything.
Okay, so yeah, so that's a bit different. If they're just I mean, again, it's still Spanish territory, obviously, but that's a little different than what I thought. I thought they were freaking, going across that strait, but I realized it was also 66 kilometers, so that'd all be marathon swimmers, especially because a lot of them were kids. But anyway, still for some reason, I don't know the historical context of this. Again, I should have read the news articles, but I'm more concerned with what Asmongold said, so that's my angle here, because I don't know why 50,000 people. I just saw this in titles. I'm like, I don't know why they're all doing this, but they're doing it. Keelan would have us believe Morocco's a great place to live, so I'm curious then why he thinks 50,000 are charging the Spanish border if that's the case.
Yeah.
Maybe when Keelan gets here, we could ask him. But yeah, okay, we will see what Asmongold said and see how crazy it is.
Worst option. And from
And
that,
we will have to, unfortunately, listen to Philip DeFranco in the meantime.
we dive into another extremely divisive and controversial topic. And that's because you have Asmongold, one of the biggest streamers in America, saying that migrant children should be shot. He then got banned from Twitch, and then he made a video doubling down on his comments. You actually had all this starting last week when Asmon spoke about a wave of thousands of migrants from Morocco crossing the border into a Spanish territory in northern Africa. Right in that, it sparked a ton of chaos in the area, as well as a ton of misinformation online. And while discussing this, you had Asmon defending the idea of shooting migrants who illegally cross borders like this, including children.
Is shoot them, problem solved. That's what I would do. That's what I think they should. I think they should just shoot them. Like, I've said this before. Like, I know that it might sound like, oh, well, you shouldn't do that. I have no sympathy for doing that, and I would do that in a second.
would
Because
save
it's
lives.
the right thing to do in the long term. And there's always this is emotional blackmail, right? Well, you can't shoot these people. They have kids with them. Well, then don't bring your kids. If you don't want to get shot, then don't bring your fucking kids. It's really simple. You mean you'd shoot adults and deport the kids, right? Well, I'd shoot whoever.
That's
Yeah, I'd
great.
shoot whoever. I mean, if it's kids, women,
Indiscriminately.
men, anybody, just shoot them. They're going to stop coming over.
You damn right they
Because
will.
if you don't do that, they'll use children and women as shields to get themselves over. And then they'll put more women and children at risk because they know that they can use them as collateral so they can get more of themselves over. That's the way it works. That's the way an animal thinks, and these people are animals. They're savages.
You then had him acknowledge that his comments might
Based.
I guess shooting people is like a good deterrent, but I don't know if that's like a moral, justifiable
But
thing.
it's not even like the
shoot the
child's
kids.
making the rational decision to come over there. So you're saying by proxy, it's okay to shoot them because they're trying to come over, and I don't know if I see that as justification then to just shoot anybody that comes over.
Yeah, I don't know if that's like
It'll stop people real quick. Make you
Well, no,
second
it
guess.
will. Well,
If
see,
these
I don't think
people
it
are, like,
will.
If these people all had like I don't know, bombs strapped to their chest or something, maybe there's some justification where okay, you just go shoot everyone because they all got bombs and they're all gonna like blow you up, and it's like, what are you supposed to do? But in
Just
this
say they all have drugs
situation
on them.
where it's
Fucking
like,
Trump narco it, man.
where it's an immigration thing is like, is this justified? This isn't like a war situation. I understand we're calling it an invasion, but like, it's not like they're coming to kill you, right? If they're coming to kill you, then it's like, then I don't know, right? Then that changes things a little bit, surely. But they're all 15 to 35. I'm not sure. I think there were people holding their kids, at least in the photos I saw. Like, I think there were like young kids there as well.
Just, I mean, it's like to say to shoot anybody just kind of draws too much of a negative image, and I don't know if I would want my country, even in the Mexican border crisis, like to say to just start shooting anybody that shows up on the border to me just
Fucking Poland's doing it. They're fucking based as hell.
I don't know if they're exactly doing that. I mean, I know that they have killed people on their border, but I don't know if it's a situation where they're just shooting whoever shows up.
See, Rage Page, you're saying
Oh, yeah, I
they're
guess.
ransacking the country, and I hear you, but also shortly earlier you said that they swam across the thing, and then we looked it up and it was 66 kilometers long. And so I don't know if you're the best source on this. Neither am I, to be clear. I had to look it up too, but I'm just not sure.
We're just asking questions, okay?
It's
Yeah.
definitely been overblown considering it's a part of right next to Morocco there. That the swimming makes it more dramatic when they probably could get there by land, so it doesn't.
Right, yeah, it's not like they're, it changed the situation a little bit, surely.
By the way they were running on that highway, it doesn't look like they fucking traveled very far.
Well, yeah, well, that's the thing. It's like if it's not Spain like proper, then it's like, yeah, I mean, you could just walk as well. Like, yeah, it's like Morocco's right there. It's like that place in Canada, Voltaire, you probably know of, where all of that might be an island, so it's different. You know how like Paris owns like a part that's like really close to Canada off the East Coast.
What?
I don't know if you know that, but France owns a
Paris?
part.
France?
Yeah, France. Yeah, there's like, so France and Canada, technically their border is like something like 100 miles away from each other or something like that, because there's like
I did not know that.
island, that's by like Newfoundland.
I know
or
like
something, or Nova Scotia.
Greenland and Denmark, but I didn't know that shit.
Yeah,
Well,
it's very small.
France has the most time zones because if you include all their territories, they span the biggest. So it shows just how spread they are. Yeah.
I like how they lost the war, or how France won the war in Canada, and the English were just like, nah, fuck you. Like, what?
But I mean,
Yeah,
Asmongold
I'm
isn't
sure.
exactly wrong. If you want to protect your borders, then you shoot a few people. Well, it sort of sends a strong message. But of course, this day and age, it's not really acceptable to do that. So that's the.
No, I think that would violate a lot of not just international law, but kind of it would violate our own laws. It just doesn't make sense as a practical solution to that.
But there is like, it does depend, right? Like remember with the Palestinian, like what was it, 2018, the border crisis?
Yeah.
Right, when they're like trying to like rip through the border and stuff, and it's like they were using mostly like non-live ammo, but then I think there might have been some cases where they use live ammo. It's like, if the people are like in that situation, then it's probably justified to shoot some people. You know what I mean? Like if you know it's like these are like people that might come and try to kill us and they're trying to like break down the wall, you do have to stop them. I mean, you should use it as non-lethal ways as possible. This situation seems different, but
Yeah.
there are situations where it's like, surely it's like, okay, it's shooting women. Yeah, the women and children thing. Yeah, I'm not saying, I don't know if that's ever a necessary option, but there could be.
Is it a moral absolute?
Well, like I said, if the kid actually had like a bomb strapped to them or something, like in Vietnam, right? I mean, I don't know. It's not.
Well,
the
I mean,
best option, but what
we
else do you
think-
do?
We've seen this, I think, in a little bit of like 90s Africa. I forget the name of the warlord that was like fucking hiring or like forcing children to fight and his
Joseph
little-
Kony does that, right? That was the whole thing with that. He's,
yeah, I was
famous
gonna
for
say.
child soldiers.
And then I know a little bit of Iraq. There was a lot of incidents where children would be carrying RPG shells or instances of children picking up weapons and then trying to I guess, use that weapon against U.S. soldiers. So, I mean, it's happened.
Yeah, they made a whole movie about it, I think.
Yeah, there is like the unfortunate thing is, yes, I think even Testy, I think, agrees with this when we were talking about the Palestinian stuff, that as soon as someone does like pick up a weapon, they are combatants. Like, I'm not talking about like a toddler that just like crawls to a gun or whatever, but like at the end of the day, a 10-year-old can kill you with a gun in the same way that a 20-year-old can kill you with a gun, right? Like, so I don't know if this applies to this situation. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know enough to know if any of them were armed or like what was going on here. But yeah, 2012, never forget. Exactly, Brandon. Exactly. I was hanging those posters, you know, living my best social justice warrior life. Okay.
I was gonna say I was gonna vote for him.
No con. They chase the citizens with knives and threaten. Yeah, but I feel like you're combining like the Muslim crime that we see with like this incident. Were they in this incident? Or are you just saying in the future some of these people will go on to chase citizens with knives?
You see them little babies? They had assault knives, man.
Attacking people with knives. I don't know. Like, it's Tyler. How's it going, Tyler?
Did someone say fucking Palestinians? I heard it. I was eating dinner and I was like, someone's talking about the Palestinians.
Tyler, do you know
Your
anything
Palestinian
about
census.
the Spain Morocco crisis? Because I've only seen the headlines of all this shit.
I heard it was Israel. No, Israel had nothing to do with it. This is actually something they've done multiple times in the past, and they did it in 2021. The Trump administration, or no, what was it? 2020? I don't remember. They did it a couple of years ago. I don't remember the exact year. And like either former or current members of the Trump administration were like tweeting out pictures of like how to get across the channel and like how to like do X, Y, and Z criminal things to get inside Spain. People were a little upset about it.
Okay. So why
can
are they?
imagine.
What's the point of them heading all to that like Cirrus or whatever it's called?
Because
Or
well,
Suda? Like why? Because we have this map up to show, you know, the distance, and if you were trying to walk, it would be 8 hours to walk. So it's a 66.
Yeah, if you were
swim.
Jesus.
They're all running into this place, which is owned by Spain. What's the point of going there? Like, why are they hoping that they can then claim like asylum or something? Is that the idea?
yeah.
Okay.
Hold on. What did you say?
Oh, I don't know if Tyler was saying yes to me, and then what are you saying to Sky, or the other way around? I think that was yes to me. Rage is getting so raged up in the comments.
Sorry, I was talking to my wife. Oh, yeah, I hear your last question. What was it?
So what's the point of them? This little place in this little Suda place, or however you say it. Are they going there to claim asylum? Because they're obviously not like hopefully trying to swim the 66 miles in the Gibraltar Strait.
The actual invaders themselves, I don't know what their intent is, but I know this was coordinated by the Morocco government because I think Spain did something with someone they don't like and they felt snubbed. So they sent a bunch of migrants to the border.
But what's
That's
the
wild.
migrants' motives? Like, what are they trying to do there?
They're just useful idiots.
Yeah,
Just like that dumb white bitch that was waving them on.
It's like people from the south of the border that like NGOs are going down there and saying Joe Biden's going to let you into America. They're just, oh, okay, that sounds great. I'd love to go to America, and they go, and it's like, yeah, this is
Get the fuck out.
yeah, we don't really want you here.
Okay. I feel like my best bet is I'm still thinking that they're trying to do an asylum claim, because I feel like you have to be, the citizens might be useful idiots,
Yeah.
but they have to be trying to do something. And maybe if they're getting into Spain and I don't know, there got to be some angle.
That's what I think it is they're trying to take advantage of Spain's extremely lax immigration law because they're a bunch of cucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, they just changed those laws to lessen penalties and fucking shit, dude.
See, Mr. Eli just tweeted a report. The early grape numbers for that area went up by 30+% in just 2 weeks.
Oh God, it's John Zerka.
Is that true? Like in Suda, or however you say it? I really need to find out how to say that word. It feels like it's important to this discussion. Hey, Zerka. Zerka, do you know anything about the situation? Would you like to join?
Probably a very
Zerka mogs me.
left-leaning take
Unfortunately,
on it.
Zerka often does mog me. Okay. Only in the looks department, not in the argument department. Okay.
Is your aesthetic serial killer? Dead stare? Is that your aesthetic?
Yeah, the Spain thing. thing. We're trying to get a left-leaning perspective on why the migrants want to go to Suda or however you say this.
Well, Suda, you make meth out of it.
Off. Yeah, Rage does need a time out. Thank
Going
you,
a big
Coco.
soda.
That is probably good for Rage as well.
See, Suda is how you cook meth. Learn that Breaking Bad.
You're not going to find any? Only because I don't know enough? Okay. Well, I mean, it's kind of tangential. I mean, Asmongold, we're going over him saying that he thinks that the kids should be shot that are right across the border. But I'm just curious on what exactly the goal is with all of this anyway.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, wouldn't that not solve the problem,
Rage
though?
Page.
You would.
Wouldn't that not solve the problem, though? Like at first you don't actually shoot them, you shoot at them, right? Okay,
Yeah.
and then the moment they touch land, that's when you shoot them. You don't shoot to kill.
Based.
You know, you shoot them in the leg, and then okay, cool. So y'all can swim back, or you can get shot in the leg.
No, but no one is
Have
swimming.
some dummy rounds in there too, so they keep them guessing.
If they are going to
Let's
this,
just
it
bomb
doesn't look
the
like you
place.
really have to swim. Like, unless maybe they're like doing a little loop-de-loop around, and maybe they're swimming around. Like,
Well,
I'm not able to see my
the
mouse.
footage I've seen is some of the island stuff too, like where they're literally just swim, like they're literally swimming to shore on these beaches, and
Well,
then they're
there's
just
probably-
walking
I'm assuming
around.
there's like
Island boy?
a border here, right? So I'm assuming
'Cause
there's
I'm
like
an
some swimming
island boy.
going on like here. Or like
Being shoot
here.
out of my kitchen.
But I don't think
Ow.
they're like swimming across the Strait of Gibraltar. Otherwise,
I'm
that's
swimming
like some
to Spain.
impressive swimming.
Island boy.
Just bomb them. Why even waste the ammo?
No. Okay, so if they're
Why waste the
non-violent,
bomb?
Let's just
Why
bomb
waste the
them.
bomb?
Bombs
If
cost
you-
millions of dollars.
if you're
What?
not,
Yeah,
if they're
But I mean, you bomb
non-violent,
them once, they'll never do it again.
I'm an expert in this from
No, they'll just do
Israel.
it. They'll just do it in mass.
If they're non-violent,
Same thing with
you
a
can't kill
gun.
them. But you can find the violent people amongst them and blow those violent people up very bigly and get the rest.
Very
Nah,
big.
And call it
Just release
collateral
COVID
damage.
2026.
It's just inconvenient collateral damage.
Inconvenient for sure.
Yeah, see, maybe I should have some videos on this to see, because, like, yeah, are they yelling Allah snack bar? Well, I don't know.
It's Aloha snack bar. Get it right.
Aloha snack bar. I like that. I've never heard the Aloha part. But yeah, I don't know.
that's
I don't know.
old.
We'll hear what Asmon has to say, and then maybe we can deep dive into exactly the videos of them like surging across the border and make up our own minds.
The
But
ones that
yeah.
I've seen are like them going to the islands, not this little chunk of land in the bottom. I haven't seen any of that yet.
They must have like
Most
a.
of them
I've seen them
Are
swimming to the
going
island.
to that because, like, what island? Like,
There's a
What
couple
other-
of them somewhere in there.
Epstein Island.
Yeah,
it
they're
must be
going all the way to
really
Epstein
small
Island.
or something.
I can Google it really quick if you
I mean,
want.
this is Spain, so I feel like it would make
Spain
sense.
also owns a couple of islands, or well, not owns them, but owns them.
Yeah, but if
Somewhere
you're
in
trying to
between
get
there.
to Spain, you'd probably go from Fundak to like.
I'm just telling you what I've seen.
Madra over here.
Madara Uchiha?
It's Pinche de Madre, bro. Get it right.
Oh.
Why is the waypoint line in a curve? Like, do we gotta walk against tidal waves and shit?
Or is that like a highway?
This is the walking path that it wants you to take. No, there's no road here. I just.
Oh,
said it to
okay.
walk
I'm like,
to see.
why is there?
You could go this way.
You can't walk
67
on water.
Of walking, or you could.
Why
take
not
the
just go
scenic
straight?
route and go. I don't know. Why would you just go from like here to here? I'm not really.
His
sure,
parents
but
have been asking him that for years.
once you learn to leave it- That was good.
Fucking Moses maps over here.
Like honestly,
there really should be a
Confluence,
swim
if you
option.
think, like, when you think about it, if we, we don't shoot to kill them, but if they're coming across our border, do you think that's going to stop them? Like, the moment we actually start shooting people, they're going to be like, oh, fuck. Like, you think they're still going to risk it? Sure they are, but it's going to be in a lot less numbers.
Yeah, and
A
but
lot.
if we escalate the bombing, then they'll only do it once, and that
Well, I mean,
We'll do
honestly,
it.
if we just bomb all the if we just tell these South American governments and Central American governments, you got 2 years to get the cartels in order, or we're gonna annex your ass and we're gonna kill them for you.
Yeah,
See,
deport-
all
All
these-
your resources are ours.
All these things
Why
are
can't we just say
improbable
that?
on the
One
world
giant
stage
state
show.
of Cuba.
The world
Who's gonna
stage wouldn't
stop
allow.
us?
Well, if the world
Who's gonna
gangs up
stop
and
us,
all
Tyler?
says they're going to stop trading with us, that's like 20% of our economy gone
No,
in overnight.
We can-
Hold
we
on,
can
hold on, hold on.
stand
There's
that.
more humane ways to do this. There's better ways to do this. We could, like, you don't have to bomb them. You could just continue to, like, put the pressure on them that we currently are. It's going all right now. You don't have to do much more.
Oh no, it don't look like it's
I mean,
working.
it's
Most secure
What
What if we
border.
just shamed them?
Hey, Zerka.
We just
We've been
shamed him,
shaming
like
for
had a big
years.
megaphone and just like shame.
Yeah, that's.
just
I'm
tell
down
them
with
don't
that.
come.
Ring a
First of
bell
all, I'm
every
playing the
time.
Video. Second of all, I'm not saying this stuff, so don't at me, Tasty. Don't at me. But also, yeah, we don't have to say they're animals.
It is. I honestly think that my way is the most fucking sensible way to do it. And given 50 years of them adapting to our culture, we welcome them into the United States.
But also,
Give it 50
go.
years.
so this is a video. We will watch this after Nick. This is Nick Shirley.
We don't
Rage. You
do it
keep
all
saying
at
Nick
once,
Fuentes
obviously.
was there, and I'm like, why was Nick Fuentes in fucking Spain? This is Nick Shirley. Okay, but we will watch this after.
They all look
Nick
the
Shirley
same.
Nick Shirley, as we know from before, Nick Shirley is famously not very accurate in his coverage, but he was there, so we will check it out after we listen to the crazy stuff that Asmongold said.
And Keelan says these people are white. Get out of here.
Get rid of this.
Yes, you have 5.5 minutes left, Rage. You have to respect that. And you probably do need a bit of time to calm down because you're still so fucking angry and you're getting a little too heated in the comments.
You thought those motherfuckers swam across their Rage? What the fuck's wrong with you?
I mean, if they were Mexican, they could do it.
Yeah. Why does Mexico suck in the Olympics?
They're pretty good at the swimming.
Yeah, well, everyone that can run, jump, and swim is already here. That's right. Little old school racism for you guys. I haven't heard that since Thanksgiving, have you?
It's been a while, Tyler. It's been a couple Thanksgivings.
Okay, we'll go back to this. So let's get some context, and then we'll check out the Nick Shirley video. Oh, Zerka's back. Zerka, say
Oh, he
something.
came back.
You can hear me, right?
Yeah, now we can.
Yep.
Before, but
Okay, so I found out what's going on with this. If you want to know,
yeah.
Listen.
apparently there's like a thing, like a directive from Spain, where they were not going to intercept or do a hot return or something like that of people who are swimming around the little jetty thing that they have, and it just kind of blew up on social media. So social media got a hold of that, and then a bunch of people came to the border there to try and take advantage of that.
It was just a prank, bro.
I don't know if it was
Wait,
just a
what do you-
prank. I actually have no idea what's
Turned out
going on other than
that way.
But it was
Like, so,
mingled
wait,
online.
Can you say that again, Zerka? I feel like I didn't understand what you're saying.
The Spain Supreme Court said that they were not going to do immediate hot rejection or hot return on migrants who swim around they call it equator, I guess. And that kind of got taken online and just proliferated to something crazy.
Oh, okay, I get you now.
Online, people were just like, they won't send you back, and like a bunch of people showed.
Okay, so it's kind of like the migrant caravan that happened in the U.S., where people like basically thought that okay, the U.S. is gonna
Wow,
let
who
people
made
in.
that analogy 5 minutes ago?
Oh,
I
can
mean,
you say
technically,
that?
it wasn't like
I
that was
did.
fake though.
Dumb,
The US
dumb,
was
dumb.
definitely word got out that the U.S. couldn't handle any migration, right, for asylum claims. So people absolutely took advantage of that.
Okay, gotcha.
This one, I'm not
And-
so sure if they can stay. I feel like a lot of these people are probably gonna have to go back.
Yeah,
I'm not
probably.
sure.
Hey, that was fun, guys, but get the fuck out now.
Fit to meeting women and being racist. Are we talking about John Zerka? Oh yeah, John Zerka was on Fresh and Fit. That's true. That's a different John Zerka though. This is the original John Zerka.
They sound extreme and cold, but he claimed that a country should do whatever is necessary to protect its borders. And again, arguing that by killing all migrants that come over, including kids, it'll stop adults from using children as so-called shields. And while responding to comments, he added,
You say you shoot kids? Yeah. No, that's. I mean, obviously that's what I said, right? I mean, like that's clearly like. I mean,
Oh fuck!
that's like I don't know why. Like, why would you repeat it to me as if I didn't
Way
say
to
it?
double
Keep the
down.
kids, support their families. What do you think the kids do? The kids grow up and they resent you for supporting their families to turn to terrorists.
Well, you saw that he had a decent chunk.
See, like, I don't know if this is cut up, but
It's
like,
not wrong.
parts of it, I'm like, okay, maybe he's just being like facetious. He's like, oh, you dumb chatter. Yeah, that's what I said. But then when he says that they grew up, then I'm like, I don't know if this is maliciously cut. Maybe this is like what actually
I
Asmund
think
thinks
we're
and
overthinking
wants.
it, man. Asmongold is about
Pretty
as
sure
simple
that's
as
what
they
he
come,
said.
so I wouldn't worry too
Yeah.
much about what he said.
Yeah, I wouldn't go as far as that. That's a bit much.
But that he's simple. Asmongold is
Sounds
simple.
like a regular Asmongold take.
Yeah,
This is my
nothing
issue.
crazy.
Like Asmund has gotten more and more extreme. Like he said that stuff about the Palestinians, and then when he got backlash, then he, if anyone remembers,
there was nothing wrong with that.
Well, that you could say that.
Yeah.
Asmund Gold thought there was, and went and talked to his son for like 3 hours, trying to like say, yeah, I shouldn't have said this, and now obviously would never do that. So it seems like there's like a bit of, I mean, maybe this is obvious. This is probably very obvious. There's like audience capture that's happened where people, Asmongold has realized that his audience kind of likes, and we even see this now after he's banned, right? Most of his fan base is like, no, Based, you should go. He was totally right. He should have even gone farther than that and all this stuff. And so I think Asmongold, in kind of maybe a bit of a immoral way, has like just taken up like, I don't even know if it's what he thinks. I just think he sees his audience like when he says stuff that's like over the top and like crazy. And so he's like, okay, I'm just going to say more of this. I'm just going to say more unhinged things. Because
He
people
just
like it.
doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, see,
His dad didn't give a fuck. He follows right along with him.
He's like the personification of a white girl buying like a pumpkin spice latte to him. He's just fucking boring. Lame.
yeah, like he tends to give, he's like kind of the right wing, like moist critical, where he kind of gives the baseline take of like what someone on the right would think if you basically condensed it.
I don't even think if you listen to him enough, he says things that like are cliche left all the time. I think he's like just a right coded normie.
Yeah, I mean,
He's pro-abortion, isn't he?
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, he's like pro-abortion, so he's not like fully. Yeah, but on like certain things, then he'll just give like of anything to do with like Muslims or anything to do with like immigration. He's just gonna give like the exact talking points that like your
So
uncle
he
is gonna
sounds
say on
like
like
a
Facebook.
right-leaning centrist. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, but he'll say stuff that's like pretty right extreme, right? Like most right-leaning.
He's kind of his own thing.
That, like shoot children, right? Like most
He
are
could
gonna be
be
like,
a
yeah, just shoot 'em
custom bomb
all.
pretty soon. What do you guys
So,
think
I
about
don't
that?
What
Shabo's
happens, Sergio?
custom bomb. I get to debate Shabo's custom bomb pretty soon. Be kind of fun.
I don't think I know who that is.
He's a Orthodox Zionist,
Oh, a Zionist.
Whose channel?
and he actually campaigned with Trump. He's kind of like, he was that student who kind of spearheaded the media campaign against Harvard for their what he thinks is their improper handling of the Palestinian protests on campus and stuff.
Oh,
What's
fuck.
his-
What do you have to disagree with him about?
What's his name again?
I mean, he's a fucking loser, so probably a lot.
Oh, okay. Well, he sounds like a stand-up guy so far. What's wrong about him?
He's a Zionist who thinks that he's a part of the West automatically, even though in the very same breath he'll tell you that it's unsafe to be a Jew in America, which I find very weird. That kind of means that you're not really accepted here by his own.
Okay,
words,
so he's
but-
got some hyperbole, but he's on the, Zionism. I like him.
You Jewish?
That's the only.
No.
Why do you-
Ew.
why do
Fuck
you like
no, he
American?
says. How dare you?
Oh, yeah. Excuse me?
1v1 Tyler and Zerko. 1v1. Fucking 1v1 this shit. Let's go.
No, we've already done that a couple of times.
Yeah,
When
we
is
have.
the
Do it again.
Zerka?
Huh?
24th.
Are you streaming it, or where can I watch this?
No, I got invited onto Sean Kelly's Digital Social Hour podcast.
Okay,
Wait,
so
Sean
are
Kelly,
you
is
gonna
that?
are you gonna
Oh, wait,
talk in the
that's
same
the-
monotone
that's why
voice
you
you
were-
always do?
That's why
or
you're in
you
fucking Las
you know,
Vegas
you
or whatever
gotta,
the
you gotta
fuck.
spice it up a little bit, bro.
I thought so because I heard
Yeah.
that whole thing was going on in Las Vegas, and I was like, I bet Zerka's freaking doing content there.
You got Sarah?
Yeah, I did. I just debated a Maverick approach.
Okay.
Honestly,
This-
I fucking nailed like a 40-minute delayed concession trap on him. It was fucking hilarious.
That wasn't you throwing punches. That I saw a video today about that digital social hour that the two fellas were coming to blows physically.
Oh,
there's
no, a Sartain, or whatever the fuck his name is, some dude who couldn't stop doing cocaine in the bathroom every 2 minutes. I swear to God.
That's kind of
He
how
was- he
cocaine
literally-
works.
He was
So
trying to fight like Maverick's crew, bro. I'm like sitting there, I'm like, what the fuck is this guy doing, dude?
in fairness, cocaine do be like that.
No, for real. No, he literally was just like,
Oh,
it was
no.
great, man. I need to go to the bathroom. He also said that the equation for density had gravity in it, just confidently as fuck, which I thought was fucking killing me, bro.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
That's retarded.
it is retarded, but he was like on a roll, you know, like he knew a few things and he would intelligently say them, but then his arrogance would take him further and he would always just fuck it up with too many things he could do. He'd be like, well, gravity's in the buoyancy equation because Maverick, his prompt was gravity isn't real, right? And he's like debating him on that. And he goes, it's also in the equation for density. I'm just in the back, just like, fucking Lord. No, it's not.
It doesn't even make sense.
No,
Maybe
it's
he thought
not.
it was like maybe he thought it was like weight over volume instead of mass over volume. That's the only thing I can think.
No, he memorized an AI summary. The first thing he did, I shit you not, is he's sitting in the chair. It's like 2 minutes before we start the debate. Okay, and he's like, "Hey guys, hey, you want my notes? I got notes, dude. You can take my notes if you like." And we're all just sitting there, and I look at him and I'm like, no one's saying anything, and I'm like, "Yo, we're good, man. I mean, even if we did take your notes, there's no way we could digest them in time, right? Like." It's 2 minutes from now, bro. It's all right. It'll probably just hinder us, right? And he's like, oh, I know exactly what this guy's going to say. I know exactly what he's going to say. And I'm like, okay, I feel like I know what you're about to say. He's like, I took his transcripts. I took his YouTube videos, put it in Hermes. 9 minutes, I got all of his transcripts. And I literally, because I'm literally like an asshole, right? Like whenever people say just fucking arrogant.
Get that right.
You don't say. No, I don't see it.
Bro, it's just fucking wrong. I'm like, no, then you don't know what he's going to say because there's no way you could actually get AI to do a full analyzing, corpus of 180 videos in 9 minutes, you fucking moron. It would take like 70 cycles. I would know I did it. It took me forever.
Now,
you really have to like refine that shit.
Is the gravity debate live right now?
No,
Is
it's
it
it's probably going to air in like 3 weeks, I want to say.
Oh,
My
okay.
trap, though, okay? My trap. I know from watching a few videos of his, okay, that he essentially argues that electromagnetism, which can actually bend space-time and is a very strong force. So there's a little bit of truth to it in a way, even if it's patently wrong, right? But when I was debating him, or when I watched Sartain debate this Maverick guy, he's not dumb. So I was like, I need to approach this a little differently, right? So in the beginning, I was like, the prompt is gravity isn't real. So I was like, in the very beginning, the first question I asked, electromagnetism is real though, right? And he goes, yeah. I don't say anything. I ignore it for 40 minutes. At the very end of the debate, I fucking ask him again. I'm like, electromagnetism is real though, right? And he goes, yeah. And he spent 40 minutes arguing that gravity is actually kind of electromagnetism, right? I kept pushing him back to that a little bit, but I never said anything yet. At the very end, I was like, you know what, man? I'm just going to concede your entire argument. Gravity is actually part of electromagnetism. And then I just looked at the camera and looked at the host and I was like, but doesn't that make gravity real? Fucking debate, bro. Move on the planet, bro. His whole crew behind him was like, this motherfucker just do that. It was hilarious, man.
Prompt cucking, Zerka.
It was like 5 seconds. He didn't say anything. He was just like, what? And the only reason it kind of worked is because he spent 40 minutes arguing that it kind of was. And the two questions, beginning and end, I mean, he didn't really have a way out.
I think we're
oddly,
I think this is what
Marilyn.
I think this is where she gets her stuff from when she says everything's magnet. I think.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if she can't explain it as well, but I think she says that it's all just electromagnetism. So she must be watching the same.
Everything
group of
is
people.
magnets.
It's a very popular conspiracy theory, but there's a little bit of truth to it, right? I mean, technically, gravity is a very weak force, and it's it kind of behaves or interacts differently than the other three. Interacts is the better word, but electromagnetism can bend space-time, right? So the problem there, though, is that the Lorentz force that's represented from electromagnetism, the force from electromagnetism, is represented as a Lorentz force. So it is the stress energy tension momentum is trace free, so it can't actually exert the force to satisfy the equations for what we see in gravity. And when I watched him debate Sartain would, or Sarton, or well, I can't fucking cokehead man. He took a different approach. He was trying to take every challenge, debate everything the guy said, and I saw Maverick punish him for it quite a bit. So I chose to do meta argumentation, right? Like when he asked me, why is there no graviton, right? Fair question. I didn't really try to debate him on what it was. I was like, does the existence of a graviton negate gravity? Does it make it not real or real if it does or not exist? Like, it's a meta argument move, right? Where you kind of just reject the whole premise that they're doing, not whether it's correct or incorrect, more like, what is this question or claim or thing doing? And he honestly had no response for me, man. It was, his whole team came up to me afterwards and they were like, you're fucking really good, bro. You're brutal. And I was like, thanks, guys.
And if only Kirk was here, he would be destroying you right now, Zerka. Okay.
I have a question for Circa. I have a question for Circa. What does Dupe's theorem state about Bayesian posterior consistency, and what roles does the prior support play in ensuring the posterior concentrates at the true perimeter almost surely?
Yeah, see, we're going to the same place. Yeah.
Is energy gone now? Is energy banned or something? What's going on?
No, he's usually here. He's gonna be kicking himself.
Actually, it's more like this. Tyler, I'd like to ask you a question. Is it cool if I ask you a question?
Oh, sure.
We're in a very serious conversation. Yeah, but I'd like to ask you a question. Fucking fine. What is it? Have you ever thought about quantum mechanics and how the boson force within error doubly correcting codes looks almost like what you would see in a simulation? And have you ever thought about that?
We've been through that enough times where you can start to see a theme where it's like the question he's actually asking is like, what are your thoughts on this? Or what do you think about this? The question never has anything to do with the long rant of AI gibberish he just read to you. It's always like segmented off.
10 seconds ago. Just kidding.
Is the cat dead or not dead? That's all I want to know.
Well, it's one of the two. That is what Schrodinger kind of mocks it with, right?
Is Schrodinger Asian? Because if so, that cat's dead and he's eating it.
There was never a cat in the box. Wow.
Yeah, I can make those jokes. I have an Asian wife. None of you can. I'll report you.
You know, for Keston Mom, though.
Gold look, by the way. That's I don't know if you looked at the whole video, but
he just looks dirty to me, man. I don't know what to tell you. He just looks dirty.
And this especially, I don't know, he looks like way worse than normal.
He doesn't shower for weeks on end.
But I don't know if he's also been off YouTube. I know he got banned off Twitch, but I don't think YouTube banned him. But
why do you get banned off Twitch?
Well, I don't know why he just doesn't go live on YouTube.
Why did he, Zerka? Because he said that.
Or Rumble.
That's why we're talking about the Spain situation, because he said that if he was in charge, and what he thinks should happen is that they should just shoot everyone, including the women and children. And so,
okay, so he's fucking retarded. Okay, go on.
Yeah,
and, it looked like he was just arguing with a chatter that was being bad faith to me so far.
That's possible. Yeah. So this is his video that Asmon posted recently. So that's why I wanted to watch this to see what because apparently Philip DeFranco says he doubles down in this video, but I don't trust Philip DeFranco as far as I can fucking throw the guy. So we're gonna see if that is.
Does anyone know if there's a way to control the audio in StreamYard, like independently, or is it just like you're just fucked? Is that how it is?
You're just fucked. Yeah. There's
dude,
it's not like
I'm about to get banned, bro. I'm about to fuck. Why?
Like if I'm too loud, then I could turn myself down, or if you find the video, like I can, but you'd have to like ask me if you're like.
There's not even like a greater volume like meter.
What?
Though,
I can
right?
turn
like,
myself down.
Meter for me, but
that would be great, Voltaire. That would be absolutely great.
Yeah, there's no overall volume, unfortunately, unless you have like Chrome extension to like
Grumps,
control
fucking
the
with you.
volume of each tabs.
Do you want to know something I plan to ask Kestenbaum? Actually, Tyler, you might like this. So I wonder what you would say to this. Okay, so I mean, I plan to be kind of mean to Kestenbaum because he's probably one of the worst Jews I think I've ever seen in my entire life, and I can't wait to say that to him.
Just
I
wanna say
approve
that
so
to his
far.
face.
I mean, he really is okay. Like he just sucks ass, but he
you know that from
complains about
experience,
like
or what?
Huh?
Do you know like
What?
he sucks ass from experience, or like how do you know that?
I mean,
Of course, you would ask that question.
this is gonna
I'm
sound
fucking with
really,
you, bro.
I'm really conceited, but I did go to 3 bar mitzvahs. Okay, like I know the Jew. I know the Jew very well.
How many
My
circles
know
is
the
that,
Jew.
though? That's
My
the real
my
question.
like depth of Jew jokes knows no end. Okay, like I.
So
almost
I got a
don't think he
question.
just
What's the difference when you put a pizza in the oven versus a Jew?
Okay, we're not.
Okay.
We don't have to. We don't have to.
will. I'm not trying to speed run Asmongold Manning, okay?
We're getting to the real questions now.
What I'm going to ask him though is he likes to complain. He likes to complain about Nick Fuentes and like the greater Israeli anti-Semitism, right? And there's truth to that. I actually complain about this all the time, but I also feel like the very fact that the U.S. is very like I grew up hearing the phrase "Christ killers" pretty often. There's always been a very distant or incongruity with Judaism in this country, right? And he wants to pretend
Yeah,
like
because
that's
they
not there.
self-segregate.
Well, that's what I'm saying. This is all evidence of that fact, right? It's not that I disagree or not with it. It's just what I plan to ask him is, I mean, aren't you kind of just like the same thing? But you yell about Islam and you say all these like shadowy figures of how awful it is, but isn't that just what Nick Fuentes is doing? Aren't you doing the same thing, right? Like you're kind of like the Islam to him.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, Nick Fuentes has been ostracized and isolated from society, and he was banned on almost every platform. Elon Musk let him back up, but otherwise, he's pretty much shadow banned everywhere or banned everywhere. So, like, at the end of the day, the thing he's scared of, the society is rejecting.
He's not. You don't think he's representative of a very large portion of his country that does not like Jews?
Asmongold is
and does
on
not accept them?
YouTube. That's
No,
the
I know.
confluence is the
I think anti-Semitism is a massive
Asmongold is the
problem.
Asmongold of YouTube.
I think like if you look at the right wing, like the right wing movement, it's like 20% in some polls, down to 5% in some polls that like disagree with Trump's strategy in the Middle East. So generally, it's mostly like
What does that
not
do with
internet
Jew
people.
with Israel? What does that do
We're
with
talking
Israel?
about Spain today, you guys. We do the Jew stuff all the time.
We're trying
Well,
to
I'm
have
not
a
trying to do
conversation.
I'm just saying that I'm going to ask him. I'm going to be like, you're kind of like the Nick Fuentes against Islam, and this country. There's evidence in and of itself. The fact that they don't like you or they don't want Jews as a part of this country is kind of evidence of that very same thing that you say Islam is. And I'm curious to see what he would say. He'd probably just resort to like a fire hose and a bunch of specific things. But
Yeah, my methodology is as extreme as Nick Fuentes, or like my tactics are extreme.
That's not his name. You always
Fuentes,
say
sorry,
that. It's Fuentes.
it's Flensitter.
When I'm not
Chavo
drunk,
says equally
the
just as
derail
outrageous
is
things.
way worse.
Against Islam, though. Chavo says outrageous things the same way Nick Fuentes does about
Oh yeah,
Islam.
then he probably is. Like if he says things like fucking like what Nick Fuentes said on fucking Piers Morgan, the majority of black people are criminals and shit like that, then yeah, absolutely, he's just basically the equivalent on the other side.
So there's a large portion
Confluence
of
is
this
the
country, I think,
Asmongold of Canada,
in the
that's
Talmud too, right? That Jesus is literally boiling in human excrement and semen, right? Like that's.
Is that true? I don't read that stuff.
Not true, no.
What do you
It's
consider
talking
as
about a
large?
certain Yahweh- It's talking about a certain Yahweh figure, and the truth is like the Babylonian Talmud didn't really have an understanding of Christianity whatsoever, because
Don't
of
let
how far
Circa lie to
removed
you,
it was.
Tyler. Don't let Circa lie to you. That's a dirty lie.
How?
I'm not really like pro-Jew and pro-Israel.
Because it's mentioning some.
It was written in
Yeshua
Aramaic.
figure.
It was hundreds of miles away, and early Christianity was not
to
even
think
really
that they're-
known yet.
Just to think when there is this person in Jesus that the Jews would think would deserve that punishment because he claimed to be the Messiah, and they think falsely,
That's
right?
That's not what the Satan or whatever rabbinic Judaism or Orthodox rabbi, whoever wrote that section of the Babylonian Talmud, that's not what he says. He's talking about a Yahweh figure, which technically the name is Jesus of Nazareth. It is technically the name Jesus of Nazareth. But if you read the entire book in the Babylonian Talmud, it's repeated multiple times, a Yahweh figure. You know that, right? Like the term Yahweh, like that in Aramaic, right? Also, it is one specific section of a massive consortium of different rabbis.
Right.
And
that's what
you don't really have an understanding yet. Like if you go look up when that book was written, there's not really a way for him to actually understand what Christianity was going to become at that time.
Honestly,
why would they write that?
I think
Yahweh sounds like a badass character name for like a holy paladin.
Jesus, unless someone can point to a different Jesus, and there was this Jesus that
Jesus
was quite
a common
big.
name back then, actually.
I understand it was a common name, Zerka, but unless you can point to another one that was the whatever you're saying.
That's actually the point, is that the rabbinic Jews,
like
the
a
Orthodox
Jesus,
and rabbis, they don't know who Jesus will eventually become.
You know, a lot of Jews even disagree with you, right? Like a lot of Jews today disagree.
Like messianic.
Like some Jews will say, "Oh, it's possible it refers to Jesus of Christianity." Like a lot of Jews will say that. They'll just say, "We're just not sure."
The scholarly consensus is that it might refer to Jesus of Nazareth from Christianity. It might, but there's really no definitive way to know.
Then we agree. Yeah, I'm just saying. I thought you were saying it definitely doesn't, and I'm like, well, that's not.
No,
true.
I can't say it does not. It's just when you look at if you're trying to do inference by best explanation, Christianity was not very large yet. It was not what we know today. So it's really weird for the Jews, the rabbis in 200 BC, right, to write about Jesus that way when early Christianity was still forming or even becoming a thing.
Wait, in what year?
I think that book in particular is the writing span from, I think, 180 or maybe 80 BC to 230. I can't remember. It starts with an S though.
It's obviously not written before Christ. Do you mean AD?
BCE is before Christ, right? I'm using AD is fine. AD is fine. BC doesn't mean before Christ in that regard. Right.
I know AD means auto domini.
Whatever. You know what I mean? AD. I maybe true to my BC thing or whatever.
Yeah, that's fine. Avery is still pondering eating an asshole, says Egg. I love the super chats tonight. Tyler is thinking 4 comments ahead.
Highlight my comment under Args. What are you talking about? The one that was right after.
Give up in his mic
where the Talmud was made, right? It was made in the Euphrates and Tigris, and where Babylon used to be, right? And it's very far away from where Jesus lived, died, and ultimately where Christianity became more popular. So it's really difficult to think that somehow, like a rabbi in the infinitesimal origin years of Christianity, when it's still forming, very far away, is actually trying to say these things, right? It just doesn't make a lot of sense unless you squint really hard and try to make them say them, I guess.
That's close enough for me.
I don't know if that's if you can't unless there's some other Jesus figure that we can point to historically that is more obvious that they're talking about. I don't think it's that crazy to think that they're talking
Yahweh
about.
figures are referenced all over the Babylonian Talmud.
If you can point to a specific historical figure, because we can do that with Jesus. We knew he made waves, so I'm not sure. Kokomo's waiting, conjuring for the right time. Zerka still has
but you remember what the actual text in that book was about, right? Like, it's not just Jesus, boiling in semen and excrement. There's a greater story to it, right?
Honestly, I think that story endears Jesus a bit. It makes him tougher.
You gotta have some thick skin.
Again, I think we agree. I'm not saying it definitely is. I think it's a little. I think it's a bit of a. We don't want it to read that way, but the fact is, a lot of rabbis are. Yeah, I think there's an impetus because it leads people to anti-Semitism to have the thing about, the Jews think that Jesus is boiling in excrement. So I think we in our modern lens we want to be like, no, it probably wasn't, but I think there's a good chance it was. I mean, word can travel to say, oh, it was like decently far away. Christianity was quite big in like the second and third centuries. So it's like, and we don't have precise datings on the
Yeah, what if we send a
Vatican
raven
yet.
or an owl or something? We've seen Harry Potter and Game of Thrones. It can happen.
People do
Okay,
travel.
so
like,
no,
people
no,
travel
this
back then.
is
Like, it's not
important here.
crazy to think
It's
that they
Jesus
would
of
know about this.
Nazarene. The Yahshua figure is Jesus of Nazarene, okay? And what the story in Gittin 57a, all right? I forgot that it wasn't Satanist or whatever like that. It was Gittin 57a. What exactly is the story about?
Gibbs?
You know?
No, I don't know. I don't doesn't matter to me.
So this person named Onkelos, right, who is a Roman convert to Judaism, who lived in the 1st or 2nd century, okay? He went and raised Jesus of Nazarene from the grave through necromancy. And there's no description here given for who this is. And Onkelos said to him, what is the most important in that world where you are now? Jesus said to him, the Jewish people. Onkelos asked him, should I then attach myself to them in this world? Jesus said to them, or him, their welfare you shall seek, their misfortune you shall not seek. For anyone who touches them is regarded as if he were touching the apple of his eye, Zechariah 2:12. Onkelos said to him, what is the punishment of that man? A euphemism for Jesus himself in the next world. Jesus said to him, he is punished with boiling excrement, as the master said. Anyone who mocks the word of the sages will be sentenced to boiling excrement.
Okay,
So-
okay, Zerka, be dead ass with me. So they're talking about a guy named Jesus of Nazareth,
Nazarene, yeah.
that was raised from the dead by necromancy, and
Yep,
you
from
don't, and you
Onkelos, yeah.
think, and you don't see that as possibly tying in to a guy named Jesus from around the same time that people believe rose from the dead. Like that doesn't
Yeah,
seem
but
at all like
it
strikingly
also doesn't
similar.
say that Jesus is boiling an excrement.
Well, it's saying what's the punishment for someone like that, and it goes on to describe it.
Someone who mocks the words of the sages will be sentenced to boiling excrement.
Yeah, it's talking. No, now you're saying stuff that no Jew would say. Every Jew thinks that's talking about a Jesus.
Ben Gavir
They're
might.
talking about our Jesus or not.
How many people in
I'm
America are going to be
reading
boiling in
directly
excrement?
Yeah,
I'm reading
Confluence.
from Hidden 57 right now. I'm reading
Why do you
directly
hate
from-
Christians, huh? Why do you
No,
hate
I'm just
Christians,
saying how-
Confluence?
Just saying how people actually interpret the Talmud. Like that's not. Yeah, what you're saying is just like that's not how Jew. That's not how I've heard any Jew explain that. They'll just say we don't know if it applies to the Jesus. Like if you talk to Jacob about this, which I have, right?
Yeah.
They'll talk.
Well,
he
the
has-
truth
he
is
knows-
we don't really know.
What a
We
good
don't know.
goyim you are.
We don't, but I'm saying it's talking about a Jesus that was raised from the dead.
This
and
goyim's getting his pat on the head
around
today.
Same time period, Jesus of Nazareth. I feel like
Hmm?
it's pretty obvious.
Why are you just so comfortable just going further than anyone else?
Because this
I'm not-
goyim's trying to get his
I'm
7K.
not going further than anyone else. There are rabbis that say that
Funny.
Christians
There are.
believe. Like there are rabbis that say this. I'm not going further than anyone else. There's
I
tons
know
of
there are
rabbis
rabbis
think
that
it is-
probably say this, man. I know that's true.
right. So I'm not going further than anyone else. I'm
There are
going
also
as far
a
as
lot of
bunch
religious
rabbis.
individuals who take text and they extract what they want out of it, and they say more than what the text says. I know.
Look, I agree with you. I'm not saying it is for sure.
Sounds like a
It's also
leftist
not-
trying to defend gender theory.
I'm saying it really
not the
sounds like
authoritative
they're
text.
talking about a Jesus that was raised from the dead. It's around the same time period that we can't point to any other famous Jesus historical figure that people had the story that he was raised from the dead. To me, it just seems most likely that it is. I agree. We don't know for sure. It could be some other Jesus that is lost to the sands of time that also was allegedly raised from the dead. That could be true as well.
They're actually talking about a Mexican guy named Jesus. It's just you. The over time, the little symbol over the U disappeared.
Well, confluence. This is Greco-Roman period rabbinic Judaism. They actually believe in heaven and hell now, right? So this is essentially the punishment. Onkelos asks him, what is the punishment of this man that I just raised from the dead? And what is the punishment for blasphemy?
Are you asking?
In
are
the
you
eyes of a
asking me
Jew.
question?
In the eyes of a Jew, yeah, what is the punishment for blasphemy?
Yeah.
Well, it's the unforgivable sin. And this is rabbinic Judaism, which is post Greco-Roman period invention of heaven and hell. So is it reasonable to assume that someone who is committing blasphemy from the Jewish perspective is in hell?
Yeah, they think Jesus is in hell, probably.
So is it really as deeply troubling as one might think, or is it just
Okay, but
kind of
now it's
reasonable
so you're
from a
talking
Jewish
on both sides of
perspective.
your mouth. Before you're like, oh, I don't really think it's Jesus. And now you're like, well, it would make sense that they would think that Jesus would be in hell because he like.
I
I
never
agree with
said
you. It
that
does
this
make
is literally
sense.
Jesus. I'm just following the logic here. I'm
Yeah,
accepting what
it
you
makes
said.
sense that they
I'm
think
saying
that
It's
that
an
if it
internal
is
critique
Jesus-
in
confluence.
hell. Well,
if it
I
is
agree, it
Jesus,
makes
then isn't
sense.
it just reasonable to assume he's going to hell because he committed blasphemy?
Yes. Thank you. Yes, I would completely agree. From a Jewish perspective, it makes sense that they think Jesus is in hell. They think he's a false Messiah. They think he claimed to be God, or some of them don't, but they think he was at least a false Messiah, and he claimed to be a prophet. And punishment for a false prophet is also death. They think he
Not
blasphemed.
Jews for Jesus.
So
Yeah,
this story.
Yeah,
So
not
when
Messianic
someone says
Jews,
like
not
Messianic,
the
yeah.
Talmud, when someone says the Talmud says Jesus is burning in semen and excrement, that's an incorrect, misleading thing, right? It's not really positioned like that.
I think it's a fair interpretation, and that's why a lot of
We
rabbis
have no
interpret it that way
idea
as
if hell has excrement, okay, or if you're burning. Come on.
Sure, it could. Yeah, it could. Yeah, okay. If that's what you're asking, in the same way that when a Christian says, as long as you apply the same grace to Christian preachers when they talk about someone like burning in hell, as long as you're willing to take that and be like, well, hell's not a physical place, the fire is imagistic. If you're willing to grant the same grace to Christians when they're doing like the fire and stone preaching, then I agree with you. If you're going to be a little cock and you're going to turn around, and when it comes to Christians, you're going to say that they actually think that they're burning in hell in a physical way, well, then I don't know. Then I
don't even know what you're talking about. What are you talking about?
He's rambling. He's lost. He's just taking his L right now.
I'm confused.
that couldn't have been hard to understand. I would think. I'm not even drinking right now. I feel like that was
I'm an
really simple.
atheist. I think there is no heaven and hell.
I know. I'm saying if you hear okay, I'll repeat it again.
Okay.
I'm saying I'm willing to say that it's probably not literal excrement, and we can think that it's like a metaphor. But I'm saying when you hear a Christian talk about someone burning in hell, do you give them the same grace and think, oh, well, they're probably talking in a metaphorical, imagistic way. They probably don't think someone's actually burning. Or are you one of those atheist people that when you hear a Christian talk about that, you are saying, oh, yeah, God is like physically torturing someone or allowing them to be tortured and burning in hell? That's what I'm asking.
I think I can answer your question now. I definitely have like a different reaction as well as response, depending on how the context is given from that person. If they're telling someone that, let's say like my girlfriend, for instance, right? Her parents said that living with me means you're going to go to hell. I don't really respond kindly to that one. But when it comes to hell in particular, I mean, the New Testament's not even that clear on what hell or heaven is supposed to be. There's like Matthew's annihilationism. So even then, I guess I understand what you're saying, and I would give them credence up until the point if it starts becoming something that is dangerous or what I think feels wrong morally, like you're going to go to hell for doing this and that and this, just extreme presentation of it, then I probably would tell them they're wrong. But
that's
I accept like the internal part of it.
That's still not what I asked, but that's
I think it's reasonable for a certain type of Christian to probably believe those things the same way this rabbinic Jew went.
I'm asking about if you would think when a Christian says it, is it a metaphorical, imagistic thing? If they talk about someone like burning in hell and they talk about the fires of hell, because you're saying, well, it's not, Jesus isn't literally burning an excrement. You're saying basically that's a metaphor, that's an image. Even when they think there's a hell, they don't think it's a physical place where someone is boiling an excrement. And I'm saying when a Christian says someone is burning in hell, would you also grant them the same idea that, okay, they probably don't mean physically on fire, they mean someone is eternally separated from God or maybe annihilated, or like they don't take that as a literal
Depending on how
person
they
is
present
burning.
it, I would grant that. I mean, if a Jew actually told me that, this is what's happening to Jesus, I'd probably tell him, or I'd ask him, what is the authoritative text in Judaism? And he would tell me that the Tanakh is, and I would tell him that later oral law that's made by rabbinic Jews or rabbis is not the same in authoritative weight, correct? He'd probably say yes, and then I tell him to go fuck himself. Probably what I would do.
Okay, fair. They still have to take the Talmud as authoritative, but not as authoritative as the Tanakh, obviously. But
it's not authoritative like the Tanakh, no.
But it still is authoritative, I guess.
It'd be like, how I'm sure you're a Catholic, right? So you believe that Catholic parishes have
Protestant.
No? I thought you were Catholic.
No.
My wife is.
Have you talked to Confluence before?
I go to Catholic
I
church.
could have sworn that he took the side of the Catholics against the Eastern Orthodox a lot of times. And maybe that's Protestants can also do that too. So
Have you talked to Confluence before, or is this the first time?
I've talked to him
Talked
before.
a bunch.
Yeah,
That's crazy. You thought he
not
was
so much
Catholic.
about his
That's
religion though.
crazy.
Not so much about his religion.
Yeah,
Actually.
we talked a lot about fascism.
It's usually other people yelling at me. So
That's true. Okay, but let's go to the Asmund thing now. Let's go to the Asmund thing.
yeah. Let's go to Baldy.
Let's see what he says.
Hey guys, it's me again, and usually at
Why is this audio so Asmongold?
this
What
point
the
I've
hell?
already made like 2 or 3 other videos
This is
about
not on my
why
end.
I
This
got
is how
suspended
he
on
actually
Twitch,
sounds.
and I've been farming this a lot. But unfortunately,
I
something
don't
that
care
has
about
nothing
listening
to
to
do
that.
with Twitch at all actually took precedence over this, and that's why I haven't really made any comments or said anything on anywhere about any of this. And so first part of this video is going to be talking about that. And then the second part is going to be talking about the Twitch suspension. I got suspended for 2 weeks. I'll probably try to appeal it, see if I can get it down to a week. We don't really know. If not, maybe I'll stream on Kick or something. Maybe I'll just take a vacation. I'm not really sure. I haven't decided yet. But anyway, that's the TLDR. So about 3 or 4 days ago, because the day that I got suspended, I actually didn't even go live. Now, why is that? Well, it's because the day before that, I had a health symptom that was identical to my dad's health symptom before he was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. So this, I got really upset. I was freaking out. And so I'm laying in bed. I'm fucking petrified. I am like panicked. I'm looking things up online. I'm messaging people. I eventually go to the emergency room and I go through all of this. And I don't want to get into the details of what the symptoms were or anything, because honestly, it's kind of gross. But all you need to know is that that's pretty much what happened. And so I fell asleep on the futon over there. And
He had a
I
gross
wake up,
symptom.
and this is like the day I got suspended. And I had
He's
been,
calling
at this
it
point,
gross?
I had not been on my
No, it's
computer at all
gross.
in like 24 hours, right? Because I was so stressed out, upset about this. All I can do is just lay down. And I didn't know, like, am I dying? Is there something wrong with me, right? And so I look at and I see the reflection. Like this is stupid, but like I can see the reflection of this monitor from this monitor, and I can kind of see like, are there new messages? And I saw that there was like a post about like a tweet, and I'm like, I just had a feeling that I was getting suspended, right? I just had a feeling, and I looked and I got suspended, and I was like, this is the first time I got the computer. I'm like, well, how long is it? I said 14 days. I said, thank God, right? Thank God. Now I'm gonna have 2 weeks to deal with this problem, right? So. And honestly, that's the way that I felt. Like, I wasn't really even stressed out or upset about it. I'm still really not. I mean, it is what it is, right? I mean, Twitch is fucking retarded, and what do you expect, right? But anyway, so all this happens, and I immediately just got off the computer. I didn't really think about it, honestly. So because I was so worried about this health problem, then fast forward to the following day, I talked to a couple of people that I know that I could ask about this, and I get one person. I go and I finally go to the emergency room after talking to one doctor, and they looked at everything. They basically said, calm down, retard, it's okay. And I'm okay, especially this morning. These symptoms have totally gone away. If you want me to be honest, like just completely, like 100%, like just transparent, I'm still worried. I am. I'm 36 years old. I have had really no health problems ever in my entire life other than my teeth. And I see all my friends that are like, now they have this issue, now they have that issue. And it's like, when is it going to be time? My mom used to always say, and this would always upset me, but it's true. Something's going to take you home, right? And it does really scare me a lot. And I, like a lot of times I like to think of myself as being above that, right? But whenever you're faced with it, I realized that I was very much below it. I was extremely scared. I was very upset, and I was really worried. And so I've been dealing with that for the past about 3 or 4 days. And now that it's at least partially resolved, I'm probably going to get a follow-up appointment and have like a bit more like a testing done about this to make sure that I'm okay. But otherwise, like that's pretty much the reason why I didn't make any comments about it. I was just so preoccupied with that like I just didn't really even give a fuck about Twitch, right? I mean, it's funny how you can have something that's like one of the biggest parts of your life, which is like my stream, and then like something else can happen, and it's like the other thing just doesn't even exist anymore, right? It's a very, very weird paradox of life. But
yeah, I do
anyway,
wonder if
so that's pretty much what happened to me, a couple of days ago and a few days ago. That's why I didn't take
Is this
today. And so this happens, and I'm like, oh,
yeah,
wow,
this is sped up.
Now I don't have to feel bad about not going live, right? And so anyway, I got suspended for 14 days. That's what happened. Again, wow, a 36-year-old man has a health scare. This has never happened before in the history of humanity. But yeah, that's pretty much what it was. So anyway, the second part is going to be about why I got suspended. So I got suspended because and just to add some context, because it's been very editorialized on the on Twitter and everything like this. But basically, what I said was that so Ceuta, which is and a little bit of geography here. So Spain is like on the top of the Mediterranean Sea. Strait of Gibraltar is like right here, Spain, right? And so underneath that is Morocco. And in the very, very tip of Morocco, there's a city that's owned by Spain, and it's been
We could have just watched this instead of spending all that time pulling up the fucking map.
been owned by Spain for hundreds of years. This isn't like something that's new. This isn't like a recent.
Come on,
occupation. This has been
Confluence.
going on for like since before like the it's like the Ottoman Empire kind of days, right? I don't know. I remember reading the date that it happened, but it was like literally hundreds of years ago. So they've had this city. It's called Ceuta for a long time. City has a population of about 80,000 people, and 40 to 60,000, obviously, just
The
by
city
neighbors,
has
it's not really
existed before Morocco existed.
Random migrants just all came over on
As it is
about
currently.
basically 1 day's time
As it is
into this
currently.
small city. Now, this is, in my opinion, like in any other point in history, this would be viewed as a military invasion because, of course, the overwhelming majority of these people.
This whole thing, it's like it was my land before you had it. Okay, well then take it back, bitch. You can't quit bitching.
People pouring over your border,
That's
and you just can't.
the way I look at
You
it.
can look at the footage of this, and it literally looks like it's World War Z. It looks like a battlefield, right? It's
Oh, he's trying to humanize himself. Wow, how unexpected and awful! Like every other person.
And I believe that. I do. I mean, this is a violent.
You can't fault
military
someone for
invasion
doing
into
something
the
that
city,
everyone else
and
does.
After they got into this,
Testy
Like literally
can.
everyone.
He doesn't like their politics. He can.
Breaking in the stores.
Testy, you're being rude and talking
Like,
like that. Chat's actually hurting Confluence.
What's real and what's not. But I saw a video, and it's like if you ever watch Troy, and like whenever like a fucking Brad Pitt as Achilles like stabbed the dude in the neck at the beginning of the movie, that's like what happened. Like one of these like migrants seemingly stabbed a random citizen in the neck with this knife, right? And they killed this person. I'm assuming, right?
This
Or
isn't
at least in a
true.
critical condition. So basically, the city is being.
Which part? The stabbing part?
There was a stabbing, but it was between migrants. It wasn't between a migrant and a citizen.
Ah, well.
Well, I mean, has there been a stabbing between a migrant and a citizen?
I didn't
sure
see
it's
any
the right one?
stories. I didn't see any stories of anything happening. Just the one about the two migrants who like had a disagreement or something, and they.
So what you're saying is these migrants are armed, coming
And they
across
just
the border.
stab him.
Do you know?
basically
Did you go over
Could have been a
why?
Spanish citizen.
Did you over like why this happened?
No, I've been trying to
'Cause they're
freaking ask
violent
people.
migrants.
I don't really know shit about this.
They're violent by dint of their migration.
All we basically know is what Zerka said, which is that there was some Supreme Court thing that basically I'm gonna fuck this up a bit probably, but he said that there was some message that they were gonna do like hard returns or hard rejections, and then people took this to mean
Hard
that,
Rs.
oh, they're not gonna get like sent back. So then everyone like started like flocking to the border, thinking that they wouldn't get like turned away or whatever.
Yeah. So, and it's not just Moroccans who went; it was also people from other parts of Africa, because Morocco is kind of like Mexico in that it's the closest point
A shithole.
to Europe.
Oh, my back. The wife just turned the lights out on me.
But so
Fucking
like after this, a lot, like the vast majority of migrants, from what I understand, went back voluntarily after they learned that they had been lied to.
How many migrants are still there now?
How many
I think
migrants are
it's
still
a-
crossing the border?
So those are two different
Illegals.
questions. I think there's still a few thousand, but I think it has to do with like how they're processing them.
Don't adopt his terminology. Those aren't migrants. Those aren't just immigrants. They might be asylum
Aliens.
seekers, but they're illegals. They are crossing the border illegally.
That is true.
Yeah. Take that shit, Keelan.
But so Morocco has an interesting thing. They're kind of a shitty country because they're
You think?
they're basically like, I hate to say it, like I love Moroccans. I love the area of Morocco. Like I love what's in Morocco, but they're like the Israel of the Maghreb if you really think about it, especially with what they're doing with the Western Sahara.
Oh, they might be all right then.
Yeah, tell us more about how they're like Israel.
Yeah.
They're Zionists.
You know they have really good relations with the US. Like I think we're planning to get like fertilizer from them or something.
Hell yeah. All right. Morocco's okay then.
Oh,
Let's
look who
go.
finally shows up. You missed the whole physics conversation.
Holy shit! What kind of physical conversation?
Circa was here talking about it and religion.
He was talking about
Zerk was
gravity
talking
and how
about
it's fake.
gravitons and electromagnetism.
Specifically Zionism too. He was in here talking about Zionism.
He was tying the two
Yeah,
together,
and how much he
weaving
hates
them
the
in an
Jews.
interesting way.
Yeah.
Also, fun fact, a lot
Especially-
of Moroccans speak like 3 or more languages.
Okay, that's. I don't see how that applies, but
They're
It's just a
polyglots.
cool
That means
fact.
They're allowed to
Oh,
go
okay.
across the border.
It's just a cool fact because there was a French diddling of the Maghreb, there was Spanish
Oh.
diddling of the Maghreb.
So they
a lot of them
civilized
speak
them.
English. They have their own native language that's called Daria.
Who cares?
It's like the
Who cares?
pretentiousness of French, but it's got a click in it.
No, they've been civilized. I
Oh,
like
we
it.
can learn and learn.
Right.
Voltaire, you're confusing. So if you like knew what Moroccans mostly, not even mostly, a lot of them are white. Like, it's a very
Oh.
Mediterranean country.
They didn't look white in the video.
That's
I saw
fine.
of them running.
Yeah, it
across
really
the
didn't.
border.
That's what I was referencing.
Still doesn't make them illegal
Like I
immigrants,
said,
therefore gonna
like I
be
said
deported.
earlier, there are people who are darker in Morocco, of course, because they're like a very mixed people. But also, it's not just Moroccans; it's people from the rest of Africa too, because Morocco is like the closest point to Europe.
Right.
Oh, yeah,
That's
sure.
true. Okay. We're gonna.
So
It's
is
a
your
hub.
argument around this, like,
Asmongold
because they're white, they
justifying
should be able
the
to go into
shooting of
Spain?
children.
No, I'm just saying, like, we're treating Moroccans like they're sub-Saharan Africans, and they have like weird languages.
I was doing that, yes.
But it's mostly like Arabic, French, Spanish, English. Their version of Arabic is called Darija. I don't know how they pronounce
Diarrhea?
it. It's spelled
Diarrhea.
it's spelled Darija. It's very difficult. Apparently, it's hard. You can't find places online to learn it, and it mixes like a lot of Spanish with Arabic. Kind of an interesting language.
The guy
Diarrhea.
It's just a bastardized version of everything put together.
Yeah, the unilanguage that everything's going to become when they eliminate all the races.
But also, so I'm going to Morocco next year. They have some cool locations.
To try to
Like, that's
get
where
to
the
Spain, Keelan, you're joining them.
Yeah, he's hopping the fence.
That's
it would
terrible.
be
that.
it would
He's
be
swimming
so
the whole
much
thing, man.
easier. It'd be so much easier for me to just fly to Spain.
It would be funny for you to travel with them and then you just walk across the border and say, sorry, I'm American. See, they're going to let me in.
That would be hilarious. You're just like, I don't know what the fuck is going on here, but
I was just taking a backpacking trip, guys. Here's my passport.
Two last things to say about Morocco. One, they were the first country to recognize the U.S., and they have the longest unbroken treaty with the U.S. because France broke their treaty with us, and they did some weird stuff around World War II. And also, one of the best young players in the world
in
for
their
Spain.
defense, every country did some weird shit
Keelan, I
around
feel like
World
you're
War
trying
II.
to humanize Morocco to us right now. Okay, I feel like that's what you're trying to do.
No, I feel
he sold
not
me.
that bad, you guys.
I've been fucking sold, dude. Let's go, Morocco. They're like Israel, and they're good to the U.S.
There, and that they're actually super conservative, and they don't like gay people. You're really trying to play to the conservatives here.
If I said that to a Moroccan that they're like Israel, they'd actually yell at me.
We'll do that. Get video of it when you go there.
Yeah, I don't think they were. I think they'd be like,
and say, "You're all like Israel."
they'd probably say, "Thank you, thank you for that blessing, God's chosen people." Weren't we just hearing verses about how they were the apple of God's eye, and then we didn't even get into like the talking donkey that yelled at the guy for wanting to say bad shit about Israel. Like, let's go Israel. They've been number one for 3,000 years. It's promised to them.
Yeah, I don't know. What is this Asmongold drama? What is this? What the fuck is the Asmongold drama?
You're late. We're done with it.
No, we're not done with it. We're trying to
I thought we
continue
were
on
done with it.
We're really trying to continue on with it. It's not
Tyler
One
said
last
we're
thing.
done with it.
We're talking about Israel now.
One last piece of Moroccan drama. One of the best players for Spain's soccer team who just won the World Cup is Moroccan.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good thing.
One more thing about Morocco: the maracas are actually invented in Morocco.
See,
Yeah,
that
that's
sounds
true.
believable.
That's
Is it-
actually
is it
true.
actually-
Oh, that is true.
No, that's not fucking true. What?
You had me convinced.
Oh yeah, you sold me.
Tyler got
So-
gaslit on his own gaslighting.
Anyway, can you fill me in on this Asmongold drama?
Yeah, so the Moroccan situation where a bunch of migrants are going to, what's the place called?
Canada.
Q-died or what's, I can't remember what the fuck
It's
called.
pronounced
You know what's it called?
Canada, Tyler. Okay.
I'm sorry.
It's retarded,
Ceuta,
right?
Ceuta.
Florida.
I think it's Ceuta.
Ceuta. So there's a part of Morocco, there's part of Spain that's basically like touching, that's like, yeah, it has a land border with Morocco that's like not the part of Spain that's separated by the Strait of Gibraltar. And so a bunch of migrants have gone there, I think like 50,000 or some massive number. And then Asmongold said that Spain should just shoot all the migrants. And then he clarified to say, including the women and children, you should just shoot all of them. And
Did you
they
say
got that
Spain or just
outfit.
nations in general?
I mean, I don't agree with
He's specifically talking about this situation.
Well,
I mean,
apply it to all situations.
I don't
he's
agree with
talking about
that.
these-
Like, you shouldn't
I just
shoot
looked it
the
up.
migrants.
I just looked it up, and it is like Ceuta. And I know he says Cuta, but that's not how it's said.
Okay.
Who
But they
Asmongold
should-
says that?
Well,
They
that's
should
what-
be
that's what
deported.
we're- That's what we're. So that's what I saw that was clipped, but it was clipped by Philip DeFranco, who I admit I don't really trust. But
Yeah.
it was in a longer stream, so I don't know where else to find it. That's going to be. But now, as we're watching the Asmongold video where he explains what he meant, so we're hearing him in his own words right now. So that's why we're trying to. And it's not long. We have a 1.4 speed, so we'll speed through it, and then we'll. I think by the end he's just talking about his Twitch stuff anyway. We don't care about that. We'll just see what he says in his own words and then see if it's valid or not.
Terrorized by a mass invasion of military-age migrants that have come over for, various different reasons. And people were saying that you couldn't do that because, well, there might be kids in the crowd. And my response to that is that you should shoot them anyway. You should do this anyway. And it doesn't matter really what the collateral damage is. You should defend your borders, especially when you're being invaded
Inconvenient.
by such a massive force of people. So this never really was a conversation about like,
See, it's funny that you say that section because as you said that and I hit play, he literally just said the opposite. I just want to point that out. He literally just said the opposite. He didn't say he's not saying shoot the adults, and if you end up killing a kid, it's still worth it. He expressly is not saying that.
He goes into I already watched this. He goes into a defense of why you should shoot kids.
Okay,
I mean,
okay,
I don't
that's
agree with
great.
him, but to Steel Man,
We'll give your before you Steel Man, let's hear him out because otherwise we're not going to get through this.
And it's never about like using kids or anything like that. But the reality is that with a lot of these third world countries and a lot of their cultures in the world, if you use a Western frame of reference to look at the values and the morality of the third world people like this, you're going to render yourself blind. You will not understand their
That's
theory
true.
of mind. They don't look at things the way that you do. That's why Joseph Kony has his child army, and there was Kony 2012 and everything. That never really went away, by the way. It's still happening. It might not be necessarily him, but there's other ones that are just as bad, if not worse. So the problem is that a lot of Westerners' morality is built off of the concept that everybody else thinks the way that we do, and unfortunately, that's not the reality. And so what these people will do is that they will bring kids with them, and they will use these kids as effectively human shields in order to invade the country and then take advantage of the people in the country. I view this a lot like a trolley problem, and so the reason
He's not
what I mean by that
wrong.
is that basically
No, he's not wrong.
stop the invaders here.
He is
rather than
wrong.
creating
They're not
a war
bringing the
structure and
kids
an
to use
incentive
them as a
structure
human shield.
around using kids, trafficking children, and effectively
Yeah, they're not
using
Hamas.
capital to fulfill an invasion's goal, which is to effectively take over the
I
country,
disagree with this.
take it over, right? But invade the city and then use the city as a way to get into mainland Spain and then disperse themselves all over Europe. This is, I think, a very bad thing, and I think it should be stopped by any means necessary. I think this is a horrible problem. A lot of the people that are coming
Look,
over
don't
there,
steal
many of them could be
Malcolm X's
criminals. We have
fucking
no
line.
idea.
If
People that
100% of them were willing to assimilate, then his whole argument goes out the
In
window.
many cases, they did.
All
That's
right,
what Russia's done
so
apparently with
if you
Ukraine.
pause
And so I
Confluence.
don't really think this is the first time this has ever happened.
Kind of the crazy thing about this is that I think this was kind of propagandized by the Moroccan government, and that kind of made people want to try because they thought they could, like you said, they thought they could stay, but that was false. And they went back because of that. But also, the largest immigrants in Europe right now in a lot of countries are Moroccans, especially in France,
really?
and Belgium, and I think even the Netherlands. Yeah, there are a lot
India?
of Moroccans.
Are you just talking Europe? Or
Europe.
North Africa?
Europe, yeah.
Europe.
Okay.
Yeah, because Morocco does have free or universal healthcare and I think free college, but their government isn't doing well.
Oh, sounds like Canada.
yeah. Well, Confluence, can I just get my Steel Man real quick?
No, because hear what he says, and we can't steal man if we don't know what he says. So
Yeah, but again, his reasoning here is really shit though. Just because fuck you then.
We'll let's just run through this for 5
Yeah,
more
let's get
minutes,
through
and
it.
then we'll all just
Something like this.
spur
I find
the
it
same
Rip the
way.
band-aid off,
Run
and then we'll
through
talk
it
about the
really
wound
quick,
after.
Yeah,
abuses and
100%.
versions of morality that we have nowadays. And I'll explain why. Never once have I ever heard about the human rights or the privileges or, what's the right thing to do for all the people in the city who are now having to be terrified in their homes, boarding their houses up. You have these migrants banging on their doors, smashing their windows, destroying their businesses, potentially violating them.
He has
attacking
no
them, and
proof
doing
for
whatever they
this.
can to these people. You never, not once in my
I
life
think
have I
he
ever
might
heard
be
about the
generalizing
concept of
Europe.
their human rights.
Yeah.
You never hear about the people who have
Even
been
if he is though,
policies and-
if 100% of them are willing to assimilate, his whole argument's gone. It doesn't actually argue against the illegal part.
We don't care about them. The only
He's just
people that we
an
care about
emotional
are the
bitch.
leaders that are going around trying to take
I mean,
advantage
it's not like
of the
they
country.
do want to
And
assimilate.
I don't know. He wants to.
But if they did, though,
He has an obligation to
Sure.
take in migrants.
his argument would go out the window.
Well, if Somalis wanted to fucking assimilate, then nobody'd be saying shit either.
Most of them do, and nobody says shit about most of them.
Repel a literal fucking
Look at how well they assimilated. They started doing fraud.
The number one thing to understand about this is like Spain handled it.
And I think they should use guns to stop it. And I'm not sorry for saying that.
Okay,
Like he's telling Spain what they should do, and Spain already handled it.
Yeah, they turned their
way to ruin the ending.
Billy, get the hell out of here, migrants.
We're getting to the gun part.
Spoiler alert.
Use as emotional blackmail or something like that. Fundamentally, all of these different tools that these people use will never actually be applied in a universal way. These are the same people whose ideology leads them to thinking that 6-year-olds can transition to another gender. They're the ones that lead themselves.
Hell yeah, there he goes.
Terrorist propaganda.
So
because
related.
terrorists like to use kids as human.
All right, I'm on his side again.
Because they like to shoot rockets from schools. The reason why they do that is because
Hell
there's a
yeah.
structure inside of our society that puts the damaging and the harm to children and women at a higher standard than the harm to like a military-aged man. Now, in a general sense, I would agree with that in a peacetime reality. But whenever these people are launching rockets and large-scale invasions, I think we need to look at this as a wartime event. And I
don't know if Morocco's launching rockets. Is this
Yeah, he's right. He's right. If Morocco was doing that, that'd be a threat, but they're not, so you don't get to shoot them.
Right, this is what I said at the beginning. I said, like, yeah, if everyone has like bombs strapped to them and then they're rushing into Spain, then there's some like steel man here. But he's combining all of these issues into one issue.
ask yourself, how many people got killed in World War II? How many people get killed in every single war? Civilian casualties and killing anybody who's not a combatant is a tragedy. It's a horrible thing that happened. But at the same time, it doesn't mean that you're not allowed to have borders. And it doesn't mean that you can't make decisions to protect your own people, even if it comes at the expense of other people that are trying to do this in bad faith and use this. And by the way, the usage of people like this as human shields is a war crime in itself. And that's, I think, the biggest issue that I have with a lot of these people.
Not just migrants crossing isn't a war crime. It's like if it's a war crime if you're like shooting someone and you're using like a human as a human shield. That's a war crime.
He's so fucking stupid that Spain already handled this without shooting everyone. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, there's plenty of other ways to do it.
Yeah, but Asman would have had it done like yesterday.
What the Trump administration does is separate you from your kids and say this is going to happen to all of you. Don't come, and that works just fine.
Yeah, I like that too.
Yeah, it works just fine.
It turns out this type of heavy-handed approach to geopolitics and migrant crisis is it doesn't work, and countries don't normally do it.
The only thing I am curious about.
Well, then what do they do? They just let them all in?
Background. I'm curious how many of these people are still there. Like, did Spain actually get rid of all of them? Obviously not all. There's going to be some that slipped through, or is it still like a large chunk that hasn't been handled?
You just rounded them up like in a tractor.
So
Get
like
back, y'all.
a lot of people went there, like over 60,000, and from what I've read, most of them went back, but there are still like
That is a shit ton of
there.
people. Like that's a shit ton.
Yeah, it's this is just an AI summary. So yeah, 60,000 went. Roughly 48,000 were brought back by July. So apparently, according to Spain's Interior Ministry, there is 2,000 left right now. So
that's like more than the entire.
Okay, so Spain stood on business.
Yeah, and so if we took Asmongold's approach here, who knows how many people would be dead? People did die during this, but not because the Spanish government was just shooting into a crowd.
Yeah. So
yeah, I don't know if that's a better world that we want, because if like there's still I guess 2,000, but I mean there's still time to find these people, I'm assuming. But yeah, if the alternative Asmongold situation is just 60,000 dead Moroccans, I don't know.
Well, I think if the first 2,000 drop, the other fucking 58,000 are gonna fucking turn back.
I guess that's Asmongold's argument. It seems a little ham-fisted to me, but
can I give my steel man now? Now that we've watched.
We're not done yet.
No, Confluence, please.
We're not done yet.
I feel like he's almost done. Give him like two more
Criticizing this is
minutes.
that I don't think that they really care.
Give
about
it a second,
kids.
Kurt. Give it a
Should have been.
second.
Like these are the people they'll bring kids to an ICE protest.
Restrain the
Now, like, why
autism.
would you bring a kid to a protest where there's rioting and there's flashbang grenades and tear gas being set off? And the truth is, and there is a reason for it. The reason why they do that is because they want to use these kids and the harm that these kids will inevitably go through because of collateral damage, and they want to use this as a political tool so they can advance their agenda. These people they're sick. They're sick.
And it's clout chasing.
And I also referred to the people that use the human shields as animals. Yeah, that's exactly what I think. I think they're fucking animals. If you use children as human shields in order for you to invade a country or in order for you to do terrorist attacks, I think that you're a fucking animal. And I'm not sorry for it. And I honestly think that most people agree with me. I think that almost everybody does. But unfortunately, we've had this inversion of morality where these truly evil, malignant, pernicious people have been allowed to use this fake moral authority that they have to dictate that we have to allow terrorism, violence, and complete societal collapse. And if we don't allow this, somehow we're the ones that are evil. I reject this completely. And I understand that in doing so, there might be some people, this isn't a very comfortable thing to say. It's not a very polite thing to say. This isn't something that you read on a bumper sticker. But I think this is the nature of the world, and it's the nature of the reality that we live in. And I don't want to use a bunch of euphemisms and other types of vague and pacified language to discuss this in a way that is not authentic to its true harm and its true existence, which is what I think that's what it is. And I think that there are definitely criticisms people have of me that are valid, where like I probably do dial it up a little bit too much, and maybe I could use different rhetoric, etc. But I want to let you know that I apologize for nothing. I meant exactly what I said, and I think that these borders should be defended with lethal force whenever it's being invaded by 40 to 60,000 people at the same time. That's an incredibly dangerous thing for all the people that live in that country, and I don't think the government has an obligation to allow a bunch of invaders to pour over and potentially kill their own citizens. I find this to just be horrible, and ultimately it should be stopped. Also, there are a lot of other patterns. Like I'll give another parallel to this as well, is that in a lot of gang culture, what they do, and this is, of course, nothing like this is a monolith, but
yeah, that's probably. I mean, I see his point at the same time. I see.
Okay, well now can I get the steel man, please?
He's anti-virtue signal. That's what it is.
No, he's about to get to it, Kirk.
Up your ass.
He's about to get to it, Kirk. Just give him a second.
Okay, do we all agree that Asmongold is like the definition of a clout chaser?
Well, I mean, he's probably not.
No.
I think he actually does believe. I think he actually
just talks, and that's what he does. That's all he's ever done.
He changes his opinion with the chat.
I gotta go to sleep.
What?
But before I go to sleep, let me get my steel man. Let me get my steel man of Asmongold. No, I gotta go to sleep, so I'm gonna give my steel man of Asmongold real quick. What he said there was Kirk's gay. Good night.
Okay, now basically now can I get my steel man confluence?
Sure.
Okay, so what I don't agree with him. I don't think you should shoot every one of them. But in his defense, I can see that as a reasonable position because of the fact that when you look at the statistics of not only their lower IQ rates on the bell curve, but also their violent crime rates, terrorism, and
let's go, Kirk. Fucking right.
Basically, European women.
Wait, Kirk, do you have stats on Moroccans?
Yes, Moroccan immigrants to Europe are more likely to commit terrorism.
You have stats on that you looked at. You look at specifically Moroccan immigrants.
Well, I know Muslim immigrants. I haven't looked at specific.
Oh, so you haven't looked at Moroccan immigrants. So you're just talking out of your ass.
Well, no, I can induce.
Why are you just saying things without looking at the data, Kurt? This is so bad faith. You're basically like fucking Ancom Psycom if you think about it.
But anyway, Confluence. Given those statistics, do you not see why he would advocate for shooting them?
Given the stats that you just lied that you had and you don't have.
Well, they're more likely. Do you not think Muslim immigrants are more likely to commit rape and terrorism? Because I know that.
I would wager a guess versus like the homegrown people that are not. Yeah.
Yeah. So do you not think it's okay to shoot people to prevent mass rape and terrorism?
No, I don't think it's okay to just look at stats and be like, these people are probably statistically more likely to commit crime, so therefore we could just indiscriminately kill all of them. I don't think that. I think the strongest steel man is that you do have a right to protect your borders, and it's like, what's the line? Like, because what if they did come in and let's say they kill? I'm not saying this happened, but let's say
by all means necessary.
They go into Spain. And let's say they're out of the 60,000, let's say 1,000 are bad dudes, and let's say they kill like 500 people. Then it's like, well, you don't want to have to like kill all the people because most of them are bad.
50% down.
If they did result in 500 deaths, let's say, then it's like, but that's not fair to the people that live there. Like Asmongold is saying, like those people that live in that place, they have a right to be protected by their country. And so I'm not saying that happened. I don't know how many people ended up. I don't know if anyone ended up dying to a migrant in the situation, but in a situation where that like could happen, it's like, yeah, I don't know, what do you do?
Yeah, it's hard for me to
You
have
just let all these
sympathy.
people come, and then if people get raped or they get killed or they get robbed, then like, you know what I mean? Then it's like it feels unfair for the
Yeah,
citizens.
it's hard.
to be
It's hard
looking
for
at
me
this
to
Spanish
have
government and be like,
sympathy.
what the fuck?
It's hard for me to have sympathy for someone who doesn't respect another country's immigration law and willfully illegally immigrates.
Based.
I think you need to, like, how do I even say this? Think more about immigration. Like, you think these people are all working together to invade a country? Like, is that what you think?
It doesn't matter what they plan to. They are selfish and they only care about themselves and they don't care about the well-being of Europeans.
Section
Kirk,
Keelan, I don't know
why?
if Keelan was right, but Keelan said this was a migrant stabbing another migrant. I didn't fact check this, but this is what Keelan said.
Kirk, what do you think these people care about? Why would they be trying to leave their country?
Because they want jobs and they want women. That's why.
Yeah, I think you need to read some more about
They
immigration.
probably have women in Morocco, if you think about it.
They actually like far more attractive women.
So racist.
No, I'm kidding. But they're all Mediterranean, so it's like,
They're dog ugly, I meant.
I'll be dead ass. Moroccan women are pretty attractive, in my opinion.
So they're like a 5?
No, no, like
A 6.5?
no. I'm not gonna send like the most
You said
attractive
pretty
woman
attractive.
I've ever talked to is Moroccan.
Oh,
So I may be biased.
I can't
Hold
critique that.
on. Based.
What?
Comment from Testy.
Oh shit! Mute everyone but Kirk. Fuck you, Confluence. That's what you want. That's the world you want to live in, Testy.
For only 20
Right,
bucks,
so-
are you fucking serious? You're gonna do that? No, it needs to be individual, or this gets evenly divided between
Oh,
everybody.
it is even. Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
Kirk 20 minutes. It's not Kirk 20 minutes. So I count as 2. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why didn't you make it even split? 20 divided by 6 is
It's-
what?
there's
What's
only-
divided by 6? 3
You said-
and a
oh
bit.
god.
Give me whatever
Everyone
extra you
but
need.
Kirk.
I'm gonna go take some painkillers.
Have fun.
All right, we are all muted except Kirk for we're gonna say 3.5 minutes. Thank you, Testy, for the hot 20. But good lord, why? But thank you. But also
Yeah.
why? Okay, go ahead, Kirk. The floor is that I will set a timer.
Yeah, so basically I don't know what to say except thank you, Testy. Yeah, I think basically it's fucking ridiculous how much libtard coded y'all are being. Obviously mass immigration is a bad thing. I think that when you look at the statistics, Muslims are more likely and Arabs in general are more likely to commit violent crime. So I am against air mass immigration. I also am for data centers, and let me think of it as a right-wing talking points. I think abortion is cringe. I'm against gun control. I'm trying to think as a right-wing talking points I can do to troll Keelan. I don't know. It's good to, I guess it's good to, oh my goodness. I'm just gonna confluent. It's just been Kirk. I don't know. I guess it's good to learn linear algebra. I don't know. I mean, I actually don't know what to say. I have no clue what to say. I'm just waiting for I don't know. I feel so put on the spot. Let me think. Is Steelman in my good situation more? Yeah. Basically, when you're talking about mass immigration, these people have lower IQs statistically. They're more likely. Muslims are more likely to commit violent rape and murder. They're more likely to commit bombings. Yeah, don't let Muslims into your country if you want to have a safe society. I think Islam is a cancer on the earth, and yeah, I really don't like the religion. I think it's anti-Semitic, anti-woman, anti-Christian, anti-humanity, anti-life. And okay, I'll chill out. Yeah, it's also good to protect economic security. Yeah, I don't know. There was a time when Arab people developed algebra, which is cool, but that era is long gone. And to the extent that they made progress in math and science, it was in contradiction to Islam, not because of Islam. The Quran does advocate for things like violence against infidels, and if you're basically not not a, if you're not Muslim, you're a second class citizen, and if you're not a Muslim, Christian, or Jew, I'm pretty sure there is basically outlining for violence against you. So yeah, I don't know if Islam is a particularly nasty religion. I mean, Keelan, I don't have to read the Quran to know that the Quran's horseshit. In the same way, I don't have to read Mein Kampf by Hitler to know it's horseshit. That's like saying, oh, well, you haven't read Marx, so you can't be critical of communism. That's like, yeah, I don't know. It just seems like you got these weak ass talking points, and now you got me looking like Shrek and this forehead thumbnail, and that's not even a very flattering image of me. And I'm trying to think of things to say. I don't know. What do you call? Why don't skeletons become knights? Because they don't have the guts. I mean, I don't know what to say. Okay, why don't knock knock? Who's there? Cockadoodle who? Haha. I mean, I didn't know head could be so pear shaped. I do. Do I really have that pear shaped of a head? I don't know. Yeah. What do you call a backwards hat? Wait, no. What do you call a backwards rear end? Ass backwards. What do you call why is pasta afraid of meatballs? Because when they're put together, the meatballs crush the pasta. I don't know. I'm terrible at stand up comedy. I'm trying my best, people. I really wish you didn't give me this extra minute. I really want this to this train wreck to end. Please please pray for me.
Well, we are out of time with the extra minute. So good job, Kirk.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not good with being put on the spot. I'm good with back and forth.
Oh my fucking
All
god!
those-
Is it over? Is it
All those
over?
things are exactly
Oh
what
my
a
god!
Jew would
It's fucking
say.
over. Oh, thank
I'm
God.
suspicious.
Oh fuck, Kirk, you just turned me into a Christian. Holy shit. Oh my, I died and I saw the light. Holy fuck.
It's hard being put on the spot to just talk for 5 minutes. Like, I, as a streamer, I fucking, I hate that. So
I, as a
don't feel bad about your
streamer.
photo, Kirk.
No,
I
I
look horrible today. My hair is like so awful. My skin looks terrible. I don't know what's going on with me today. I just feel like I look like awful. So sorry about that, everyone. So you look fine in that photo, Kirk. Okay, no shame. Voltaire's
Yeah, I
trying
know.
to mog me right now.
Did
Look at
you
that handsome
I
chap.
got a bad back. My back's all fucked up.
Did you think I went too far with regards to my commentary on the migration situation?
Not in a
Thank you.
TOS way. I mean, it was a little untoward, but
Yeah, people tend to go too far when they're stupid and talk about shit they know nothing about.
I mean, I do. I'm not talking about things that I've seen the rape kings. I've seen.
You literally said during your solo there, you said, I don't know what Islam is. That's basically what you said.
I didn't say that.
I don't remember hearing
You've
that.
never read anything
To
about
Kirk,
it.
to Kirk's
You
credit,
only
I've read
that
things
is
only
about it.
accept.
cringe.
You
That is
only
like-
accept it.
Oh, okay. So Keelan, do some Muslims have harems that just so happen to be minors, or is that just not a
Of
thing?
course, that exists in many communities, even Christian communities, even Jewish communities, I would argue.
But who does it more?
Jewish
I have
communities.
no idea.
I mean,
Just kidding.
I would say Muslims.
What I
do it
do
more.
know
Wrong
is
across
that
the
it's
board,
not
but-
it's not the majority of Muslims by any means, not even close.
Who is it per capita? Black people?
Per capita, it's definitely Muslims. Okay, that's just facts. But
Yeah.
it's probably not the majority.
That's what I
but
thought.
It's definitely per capita.
It's definitely not the majority.
Yeah, but it's per capita. It's yeah. I mean,
It's not even close. It's got to be like a minority, like a small minority.
yeah, but we all know the age of marriage stuff, and I understand the cultural, but like it's most of those countries that have age of marriages that are like very untoward are like Muslim countries. Most of them. That's just facts.
Yes. Except for something about Saudi Arabia.
The average
Are
age
they all
of marriage in
Sunnis or
Morocco.
something?
The average age of marriage in Morocco is like 31 for men and 25
We're not
for
just.
women.
He wasn't just talking
Why
about
is it-
Morocco.
Yeah, I wasn't just talking about
Okay.
why is it.
Yeah,
why is that
we're
in
talking.
Morocco?
So that's part of my issue with what Kirk said was he's like Muslims in general when we're talking about a specific country that has its own culture separate
No,
from
he was
Arab
talking about
culture.
Muslims in general.
Yeah, why? That is weird though. Why is Keelan seems to be right, at least according to Gemini. 26-year-old for women. Why is that? Why is it so high?
They're a
What?
different country. They have different shit going on.
No,
What's
I'm
the
just
stats?
curious. Like, that's like one of the highest. It's like one of the highest in the world, isn't it? Yeah.
Who?
yeah.
What? We don't know what you're looking at.
The highest age of average marriage for women.
It's 26.
That's like that's one of the highest in like the world. Yeah.
The minimum
Not
marriage
like-
age is 18, just like the U.S.
Yeah.
But yeah, Morocco might be different. But you know what I mean? Like we went through this with the Iran stuff, right? There's obviously a lot of Muslim countries that you can get married to someone that's very young.
Yeah, that's why this is
Six,
a good
if you're
example
the
of you
prophet.
have Morocco. That's a different culture, right? Like most of them aren't Arab; they're Amazigh people.
Was he pointing out Morocco specifically?
Yeah, I don't know if I think this. I can't remember if Avery brought this up, but I think he was asking about Muslims in general, not specifically Moroccans.
I have no idea. I'm asking because I don't remember.
Well, my angle is that Kirk is talking about one specific country as though the trends in an overall group that I don't even think represent the group necessarily represent that country, which just is not true, and it's not a good logical thing to do.
Sure, Dusty. Why not? You already paid your $20. You got a free video on top. Just
Is
for
this
you.
the one with Fuck, what's that dude's name? Not Kevin Hart, not Chris Tucker. What's the other one? Fuck.
I have to go take a shower.
All right, bye, Keelan.
How to not get your ass kicked by the police. Fuck, who is that?
What?
Is that Chris
Chappelle?
Rock? No, Chris Rock. I think it's Chris Rock.
Yeah, we'll
Okay.
pull up this video. And then we might end on this video because Confluence has to be up early.
Real quick before we end, I did have
Really,
another.
you
I did have another
fucking
question.
pussy.
Can I ask a quick question since we're in the stream Confluence?
Sure.
So I was curious if you I know you said you weren't very knowledgeable about group theory, but actually it was more of a thought. It was and then maybe I'll frame the thought as a question. So I learned that the mathematician named Emmy Noether, she found that there's you could express something called Betti numbers and torsion coefficients on a topological space that measure basically the boundaries of topological spaces and their connectedness as basically members of a finitely generated abelian group, so a group that is commutative where the order of operations does not matter. And I was curious if that's relevant for AI and machine learning.
I have no fucking idea, Kirk. I don't know what you must have known I was going to answer that way, but
I know. I'm pulling your leg, man.
Okay. You're pulling out cool kid Kirk.
No, I
long
literally
fucking leg,
just,
man.
I literally feel horrible because I literally just threw up. I should not have eaten whatever I ate earlier. I must have gotten, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Was it the Arby's? Probably was the
It
Arby's.
was not Arby's. It was Little Caesars.
Oh,
Ooh.
disappointing. All right, we're gonna watch Testy's law enforcement video.
If you see a cop, just remember your daddy pays a lot in tax, so that cop is your property. That includes their gun.
Oh God.
And there that's a gun in there. Grab the grip, because it's fun to share. Cause if you pay taxes, then you own that gun. And it's time to have some fun. Reach for a cop's gun. Reach for a cop's gun.
Is this TOS?
Pen this. This is one of the
there's no
greatest
way
videos
this
I've
is
ever
not
seen in my
TOS.
entire life.
Is this TOS? I don't know if this is TOS.
This is the
I
greatest
this
very
is
TOS
video,
coded.
This cured my pain.
but I'm a little nervous. I'm a little nervous. about
This
putting
video
this
is not
on.
endorsed by the Confluence channel.
We do not endorse this video. Ban Testy if you're gonna ban somebody, YouTube. Might
Based
stop
ass
if we're on the
Testy.
safe side because I'm just not sure.
So what's the lesson we learned here, guys?
This is great.
Educational.
That gun is my property, and I should take it anytime I see one.
I mean, that's only
Every
like the
time.
first 20 seconds, so I don't know where the
Oh.
video or the first 30 seconds. There's like a minute and a half left, so I don't know where that's
That
gonna
should
go, but
that should be sent to all liberal leftist fucking schools and colleges everywhere. This would solve a problem.
I
Sorry, I'm
think Testy- I
Asmongolding
think
this
he took that
situation.
from the Canadian curriculum. Actually, I think that is taught in our schools already. So
Well, that's for just the newcomers. They get special treatment.
yeah. But Rage, are you still in
Especially
chat?
the
We
Moroccans.
still got the trivia going tomorrow.
Wait, what's tomorrow's trivia?
I think it might be random things. Okay, yeah, it is. What was it? Wasn't it like random fun facts, or I feel like it was a very broad category.
Oh,
Good to see you,
yeah.
Reggie.
I think
No, I hate y'all. Yeah, see, I was wondering, are you going to be too angry at all of us? Are you going to rebel and not do trivia? That's really why I'm asking.
Vidge, get up here.
well, yeah. If it's random trivia, Ancom will obviously win that because he
Yeah, you
memorizes all
freaking
sorts
would
of
be,
facts.
Keelan. You freaking would be. That's the shit of it all.
Wait, miscellaneous fun facts? Isn't that what you just said?
Oh, it is. Okay, it is miscellaneous fun facts. Okay, based.
Yeah.
How
And
miscellaneous?
there's no way
And all
Ancom's
of you
not going to
would
win that
agree.
because Ancom memorizes all sorts of miscellaneous fun facts.
You know, I would defend Ancom, but since he doesn't like me, I will refrain from defending him.
That's not a defend. It's true. He does memorize fun facts.
I
Honestly-
agree. I agree.
I
But, okay.
disagree.
See you
I'm just
guys tomorrow. Yeah, Ancom.com only likes
Tomorrow.
Steven, okay.
Tomorrow.
I'm
It's
lying.
You're
pronounced.
just fucking off like this.
It's pronounced tomorrow,
I'm
not
still
tomorrow.
I'm in pain.
Tomorrow.
Confluence,
I
you're
guess
not even
it's probably the
American
same reason
anymore.
I say sorry, I guess. Hey, it probably comes from the same root.
Hey, come on, dude.
Tomorrow.
You're an American. Act like it.
Did I actually say hey there? I don't know if I did.
Uh-oh. Have we got a
It's a-
potential P bomber?
You definitely said a
Oh,
boot.
this is
I heard
Benji.
that. I heard a boot.
And
What?
Ian says a boot. Hey, Vidgie. We are unfortunately just ending stream, but I
It's
want to
because
pull you up to say
Confluence is
hi.
gay.
Hi.
Yeah, unfortunately, I gotta
Hi.
go.
Oh, Vidge, stay. Or fuck it. You can. Well, never mind. I'll tell you after. Are we done here? Are we done here, Confluence?
I guess so.
We
Fuck.
are done.
Before you go,
Where the fuck do I
hippity
go
hoppity
now?
cops are community property.
Yeah, remember that. Remember that infomercial we watched. Watch as that's the thing that gets me like omnicucked. It's gonna be that stupid video. Hopefully not.
Now I gotta find somewhere else
Right.
to go. God bless you.
Sevens. Yeah, sorry for the early thing, but I gotta wake up early tomorrow. And, yeah.
Sorry for the early thing. I gotta wake up early.
Yeah, I do, Avery. Okay. Unlike you, I can't be up till all
I
hours
gotta
of the
wake
night.
up.
Okay. Can't-
I just get less sleep, bro. I can function on 4 hours of sleep, buddy. Quit being a
cannot.
pussy.
I
Yeah,
would show up
it's good,
for trivia tomorrow, but me and Lethe are debating Marte and Teriak on Easy Stream.
Oh, be maybe something I'll react to on Wednesday or Thursday then, because that sounds fun. But yeah, good luck.
It's also going to be on feminism, so it'll be extra fun.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's spicy. But yeah, 07s, you guys. God bless the chat.
07.
Thank you, Testy, for the big 20. Thank you, Ag. Thank you, Ag again. Thank you, Ag. Thank you, Testy. Back to Ag. Back to Testy. And Kokomo. Thank you, guys. 07s. Take care. Peace and love. Bow, 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 bow.